No.
Alright. Here we are. Oh, I didn't fix the thingies. Hold
Hello,
on.
darkness, my
Please,
old friend.
please hold. I need to just... Oh, that's not it.
What happened?
He is darkness. He is Batman.
Okay, my map and my chat thing are not up. Usually do that ahead of time. Anywho. Whew.
We were just distracting you with like crazy stories.
Yeah, we were telling crazy stories on Discord. Okay, so welcome everybody to the Dorkvision stream. You can watch this stream every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch our sister stream, The Rime of the Frost Maiden, that's on Wednesdays from 7 to 10. I have books on DriveThruRPG, other books on the DMs Guild, and you can support me another way on Patreon/NobleCrumpet and get some other goodies there. With the pleasantries out of the way, let's get back into what happened last time, you little scamps. Precocious little peasants. You
Oh my
guys,
god.
you guys were in Connacht, and I think the majority of last time was fighting the King of Connacht, who you guys knew to be a clone, King
Well,
Crim
we
Shi.
didn't know, but we pretty much confirmed it
Well,
in that battle.
To be fair, we weren't really fighting him. We were trying not to
We
kill
were
him.
trying to subdue, but
Yeah.
we also are menaces to society, so it got out of hand very quickly.
Yeah,
And we're not good at subduing, just killing.
You said
We
you
also
wanted to
rolled
go to the
badly.
archives, and he was like, "Sure, I'll take you there." And then confronted you guys in the hallway, claiming that you guys were spies, and had his men go after you. He, of course, himself was a powerful spellcaster, using spells from his tapestries to ensnare and trap you guys. But you guys eventually overcame them, knocked him unconscious, and tied him up. All the other people survived as well. You did non-lethal damage to them, and then put him inside of a zone of truth.
We did have to revive a guy that was eaten by a pig.
Yes, that is true. He got a little eated by Odie's pig. You guys revived him, put him in a zone of truth, and eventually questioned him to the point where he just stopped answering, and this was suspicious enough that two of the knights went off to fetch the queen, see what she had to say about this. And then you guys went off to the archives before she showed up, I think?
We
yeah,
were
we told
gonna
them to
be
meet
there.
us at the archives.
We were promised to go to the archives.
Yeah.
We're gonna get whatever we fucking want.
We also didn't want to just be hanging out in a hallway where people will stumble upon us. I kind of figured if we're in the archives, it might make more sense.
Can you imagine, like, the servants walking by and the king's is, like, tied up and there's, like, two knights that are just kind of standing around questioning life?
Actually,
We do a bunch of deception checks to be like, okay, calm down, and then Mao just comes back from
you
behind
know
them
what's my
and
biggest
crack.
regret throughout this entire thing?
What?
When Cersei ate the guard's leg, and after she recovered, I didn't say just walk it off. Damn it.
Oh, that would have been good.
Rude. But I love
Alright.
it.
So, guys, you were taking the king with you, I assume, to keep an
Oh,
eye
yeah.
on
Yeah.
him.
And the other knights.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
two
he's-
that stayed
Yeah.
behind, yeah.
He's tied
Yeah.
up, he's blindfolded and gagged right now, so
Okay.
spellcaster trouble is hopefully averted.
Did I not do that? Okay, hold on. There we go. That should... Okay. So you guys head off to the archives. You are eventually led there by one of the knights that's a bit more helpful, and shows you the doorway. The archive is just beyond this door. Nobody's allowed in there except for the king and queen or somebody with their blessing. But
There
obviously, then it
There's
looks
like a
the king.
librarian or records keeper or something.
Wait, when you say only the king's allowed, like, is there like a trap or something? Can we like just push him in?
I've only ever gone with the king nearby.
Well, good thing he's nearby.
Okay, then come along.
You
I
heard him
guess.
in the throne room. He said we could go. He was leading us there.
Well, he's already lied once, so you know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we can't trust anything he says. So I say we go together and go through the door.
Right? You open up the door, and ahead of you is a marble floor with a peculiar eye-shaped sort of symbol upon it. There are two statues of presumably looks like two kings based on the headgear. One appears to be a statue of one from the crowns, and one appears to be a statue of someone from the coins. Those two factions from Connacht. They are standing
So-
flanking the hallways.
King first. Who wants to walk him in?
I guess I'll take him over. I turn to the guards. There isn't like a archivist, somebody, scribe, anybody who deals with this other than the two royals.
I believe it's just the royals. They're both spellcasters, so they frequent the library.
I take the king in with me. Well, maybe we'd better off just waiting for the queen then. I kind of worried about taking off his, gag.
Okay, between the king and the queen, which one's more powerful caster? I'm scared.
I mean, I don't know if there's a way for them to
Yeah,
tell you that.
Let's challenge her and check. Like, how about not?
Should
It'll
we
be
heal
fine.
that a little bit, guys?
I don't think
Um,
we're gonna have a fight with the other monarch.
I don't think so, but if you want to heal, You can take a short rest.
Actually, Zumasu should definitely heal because that HP bar is pitiful.
Yeah, I'm a little hurt. And I mean, if
Just
we
so
need,
do you, Boom Crasher. Everyone but me should heal.
If you
If
do
we
a
need it-
short rest, you will probably,
get interrupted.
yeah, you'll probably be interrupted. I'm just letting you know that.
I mean, I could do a 10-minute rest to at least get a spell slot amount of heal, which is probably better than nothing. So I'd probably want to do that. Because I mean, if we need a spellcaster, I don't want to trust the king to do any of this. Maybe it's better just to wait for the queen.
Yeah.
Also, it's probably easier to explain while we're here than, again, out in the hallway. So I'm gonna try and cast a spell in just a second because I gotta pull up my sheet, which is loading oddly for some reason. So I can heal a little bit.
Are we in the middle chamber of the archive? We're not actually at the archive, right?
You're not actually at the archive. This is just an off hallway that leads to the archive.
Okay.
Oh, so that's not.
Where's the
oh,
king?
He's
Okay.
underneath Boom Crash.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so then I'm gonna go check the door out first, I guess.
We should at least open the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shove Mr. King along in.
So the king is with Zumasu?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. As you
And he's a
pass
strong.
As you
strong one.
pass the two statues, magic mouths appear on the statues. They speak in tandem and say, "Password."
Read thoughts? Read thoughts.
I don't think I can read thoughts of Oh, I mean, the king.
Yeah. I say this all telepathically so the king doesn't notice. I'm just like eyeballing everybody, eye shifting back and forth very fast.
Fine. Okay. I cast detect thoughts, and now I'm gonna go turn over to the king. What's the password, man?
Not going to tell you anything.
What's he thinking?
Well, we'll detect his surface thoughts, and there's another voice in there.
God damn it!
Do you want us to do this now? We have to do it now if your cover is blown. I'm debating it. We must act carefully. Listen, you are not high enough in this organization to give the orders. We'll do it if your position is compromised. And he's just looking at you, trying to, like, shield his thoughts.
What was the other voice sounding like?
You're not sure. It was an unfamiliar voice to you.
Male,
Like-
female,
yeah.
at
I'm
least?
trying- does it sound like a queen?
Oh,
Fair,
I see.
fair.
I was like, does it matter?
It matters in
Uh,
case they're in cahoots, and I just like to see
If it's a
they're
man,
there.
it's a bad guy. I mean,
Voice daddy.
They're
just
both bad
statistically.
situations. Just trying to figure out how bad the situation is.
it did not sound like another woman.
Okay.
Another woman. Didn't sound like
As
I'm
if-
gonna
as
motion
if
to
it's
boom
like,
crash
you
and
know.
kind of like point to my forehead so I can do the telepathy thing.
A
So come
woman?
over here, boom crash.
Yeah, what's up?
So talking in her head. That guy's got a second voice in his head. I think there's a hierarchy to this shit. They know things happen.
Okay, maybe we should make him unconscious or something.
So don't get the password. Just wait for the queen.
password. The voices say again.
I'm gonna just try and force my way into his head. You tell me the password now.
Okay.
And I take off the gag. I'll take off the gag for now.
Okay. He's gonna need to make a saving throw. What is the DC?
19.
Okay. Doesn't have resistance anymore. You start to force your way into his mind.
Nice job, Professor X.
And as you do, you're searching around for specific information, and I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw yourself.
Oh, Christ.
Okay.
So excited.
Valid. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hopefully.
Alright. As you are searching through the king's mind, suddenly the other voice becomes overwhelming. It says, "Someone else is here. We must do it now." And you start to feel like this kind of burning sensation in your head. And you can, as you're like searching his mind, it's almost like his own archives are like going up in flames, and you search desperately for the password till eventually you find what you're looking for. The password that he has in his mind is forward march for the crown.
Forward march for the crown.
The crown's statue says, password accepted. Second password. And as this is happening, the king slumps over and starts convulsing.
Oh shit! I'm gonna
Oh,
yell.
he had a kill switch.
You pick up his head to see what's the matter, and he is just gritting his teeth up at you. Master,
Oh, no,
take
he's having a
me
seizure.
into your arms in Cania.
Knock him out, knock him out.
And
I'll try and knock him out.
as this is happening, you can see like a tendril, like fingers of veins peering out from around like behind his skull, and they are like singeing, glowing orange, and then glowing green, and then glowing like an icy blue, and going back and forth between these two things. Smoke is rising from his body as this is happening.
Can I
Holy
try to
shit.
remove?
I'm just
curse on him?
describing the whole thing to you. What do you do?
Can I try to remove curse on him?
You attempt to remove curse. This does not have an effect.
I would like to run
shit.
forward, seeing this happen. I want to see if he has one of those, like, sending stones stuck behind his ear, and if that's what's causing it.
Pull his head to the side, and there is the outline of a sending stone and just veins fingering out from that thing. There is a symbol of Mephistopheles etched and burned into the side of, like, behind his ear.
You're gonna carve out his ear?
Yeah, carve out the symbol.
It's already. I think it's already too late.
Try it. Just try it.
I whip out a dagger real quick. I'm gonna try and pop that sending stone out.
Well, I say, pop out the symbol and everything, because isn't it on the skin?
I have a feeling the sending stone's what's causing it, so that's what I was going for.
Make
Oh,
a sleight of hand check.
This is like it's like the Mummy movie when he's going for the scarab.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
I
peel
like
it,
it.
peel it out. It's easy. You can do brain surgery. You've been certified.
Yeah, totally. This is not gonna get very, very bloody.
You peel the you with a quick scoop of your knife. You pull out the sending stone, and it pops out from behind his ear and falls on the floor. It is rattling and burning, and then freezing in alternating pitch, until it finally like explodes. It's a very small, contained explosion, but it just cracks apart. The king slumps over. The veins that were glowing on his face are now black and just ashen with soot. He is dead.
Ah, damn it. I was like, is he toast?
Did any of the guards see this?
Did you have them in with you? There were only 2 guards with you that were outside.
They
Standing up by
wouldn't
the
have left
door.
us alone with the king.
Well, you
Was
didn't
there
have
That's
tokens, so it's up to you.
Probably true. I doubt that they would have left you alone with the king.
I'm
They
gonna cast
watch this happen.
Revivify.
Nothing happens.
Oh, god damn it! I still had to waste my spell slot. Waste my damn resources.
You try to revive the king, and the guards as well are like going over to the king. They were confused as to what was happening, but they're like trying to revive him. What was that thing? What did you do? We tried to save him, you idiots.
I
and then-
passed them a Mao, show them the thing that killed the imposter king.
It is a small like pile of pebbles.
Oh, the thing disintegrated too?
Yeah, that's what
Or it
exploded.
did pop. Yeah, it did explode a little.
I mean, I could show them a
they would have seen the
replica.
explosion, right? So,
They did see that. They saw the whole thing happen.
Yeah.
Zumasu, you try to expend one of your diamonds to revive the king, but to no avail. I'll have you
Also
make a
tried to
religion
remove
check.
those. Did he get
Oh.
freaking soul snatched? Or he doesn't want to come back, does he?
I mean, at this point, he probably does. It's probably both.
There are a few things that could have happened to cause this. Either his soul didn't want to come back. Most do, if given the chance, unless they've like completed what they needed to in life. But if not, then either his soul is trapped somewhere, or he didn't have a soul to begin with.
I'm thinking about this like none of these situations are great, but either the king don't want to come back, which most living things would begrudgingly,
He said he wanted to be in Kenya.
Or he possibly didn't have a soul, ergo, or
Nah,
he
he
belonged to
seemed a bit
somebody
too
else.
enthusiastic to not have a soul.
Well, it's more so he artificially made if he's an imposter.
Does he melt?
Um,
Does the king melt?
Does not melt.
Okay, he's not a simulacrum.
Or a demon.
Did you say that his soul could also belong somewhere
Jesus
else?
fuck.
Christopher.
So what did you say?
Sorry.
I love you, but oh my god.
That's very sussy, Baka.
As you're discussing this, the statue of the coins repeats again. Second password.
We should probably step out of this room, guys, while we wait. I'm gonna usher people to move out because we don't have the second password. His mind went to before that could happen.
Will the first one stay if we leave?
That's not irrelevant because I don't want to trigger a trap.
Fair. Do we leave him here?
No, we're gonna need the body to explain this to the queen.
Oh god, we have so much explaining to
Let's
do.
just kind of tuck him up against, like, maybe the inside wall, like, over here, so no one
I'd
asks.
rather keep an eye on him. We can just be in front of him and then show the queen when she comes that corner. You know.
Sure, yeah, we'll put a blanket over him.
Yeah. I
Put
don't
a
have
blanket
much-
on him.
Yep.
Fuck. This is
Better not
just-
be my flying cape. Carpet. Don't put up my flying carpet over it.
You know what? That's a great idea. I'll use my
Damn it.
carpet, though.
It floats over him about an inch.
Good.
Nice.
Work. So I guess we're technically in the hallway now because I don't want to trigger no traps if the password expires.
Sure.
Do you
Have
remember the
king
password at least,
close
too?
by.
Forward march for the crown is the first part.
Okay.
Right, you guys recon hallway. The statues make no more attempt to get a password out of you. You guys wait for a bit until you hear marching and hurried marching coming from the hallways. They said they would be in the archives. They must be around here somewhere. They were telling the truth. Oh, there they are.
Gonna
I've
stand up.
returned.
I'm motioning to Boom Crash so we can both lead the introduction.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not. I'm stepping back.
The two
I'm not in
injured
front.
knights show up, and the ones near you call out to them. Did you bring the... Her lady, Queen Dara Dawel,
Where's the queen?
has arrived. And the marching continues from just around the hallway as the queen arrives with her retinue.
I will bow. I'm definitely gonna bow for this.
Right. The knights kind of move to the side in this teeny hall. I'll
I'm gonna
move
do
behind you guys.
I'm gonna do a deep bow.
Boom Crash also bows very deeply and says, I wish you had come sooner. I don't fully understand what's going on here, but I think we believe Connacht has been infiltrated by a cult.
Things have gotten a bit more complicated than we expected, and it's unfortunate, but you should probably know, seeing as you're one of the main rulers.
He's exploded.
Yes.
Whoever was controlling him had a kill switch, and they triggered it once they knew that their inside man was no longer useful. And I sort of gesture to the carpet hovering over the king's body.
I also motioned to the knights. We have witnesses. We tried to save the king, even if he was, at best, ill-intentioned. But it seems they have gotten rid of their lackey, whoever the cult hierarchy has above him.
Can I just do an insight check?
Resurrection didn't work.
The queen hasn't said anything yet.
I know. Can I do an insight check on her face?
Yeah, that's fair.
She, as the knights part and she steps forward, she has like this long flowing gown that's kind of floating a bit off the ground as she walks. There's definitely magic involved there, but otherwise, she has like bluish skin and green flowing hair that seems to move of its own accord as well. Her crown is bedecked with coins as per the symbol of her station as the Lord of the Coins faction. And just see your role hiding behind the pig. She is kind of looking at the whole situation with an emotionless, um, like grimace, or perhaps just a downward frown. She seems to be hiding most of her intent or emotions. It would take a good insight check to
Stiff
determine
upper
that.
lip.
But I will also allow. Well, you guys have seen plenty of Genasi in your life. She is one of the Genasi.
Thanks.
Okay.
She appears to be some sort of water Genasi.
I
Oh,
was
cool.
about to say blue skin and flowing hair. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I want to take. We explained a lot of stuff. I want to see if I can see what you're thinking.
We're just waiting for a response at this point, if anything.
Like, it's the sort of thing where a parent walks in on shenanigans, is like, are they pissed? Are they disappointed? How's this gonna end?
Yeah.
She's hiding her emotions very well. Now it's hard to find out what she's thinking. Do you finish your explanation?
As far as I've said a bunch of stuff already. Do you have any questions, my queen? Or would like a more further explanation? We'd be happy
Hey,
to.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
You Odie elbows Sumasu. Your Majesty, what are you, raised in a barn?
Show her the
I said my
paper.
queen.
Remember, I am a good citizen. And though I didn't vote for them.
I await a response for the queen.
She finally responds after waiting for your hurried Goonies-like explanation of talking over each other, with interspersed with your majesties and gratitudes.
Yeah, Discord conversation, no big deal.
Yeah.
Shit. I would have ruined it.
She takes another step forward. May I see the body?
Of course. Boom Crash steps aside and gives a little curtsy.
She walks past you guys to observe the body of the king. The other knights are like aghast in shock. The king, King Krim, His Majesty, King Shi, is he really? She investigates the corpus. Something was done to him. From here, she looks underneath where the sending stone was pulled out.
There's a thing over there. That's what popped out. Point at where the rock was.
It's only dust now. It disintegrated. It looked kind of like this, and I'll show the earring of the sending stone.
Well, if it's dust, there's no point in... She looks at the sending stone that you have, Mao. She holds out her hand and grabs it. This is a sending stone of sorts. It must
Yes,
have
ma'am.
had some sort of curse upon it. Impossible to tell now, but she hands it back to you.
Well, this guy tried to remove the curse, and that don't seem to work. I'm gonna point at Zumasu because he did try to cast remove curse on it.
I was trying to get some info out of the king, and then basically we realized he was being erased as that was happening. We tried to remove curse, and then tried to revive him. Mao tried to remove, or Nowhere over here tried to remove the earpiece, and
You tried to revive him with magic?
yes.
Yeah, he used one of them fancy diamond things.
Yeah, it did not take. So his something's up with his soul. Either it's not wanting to come, it wasn't originally from here, or might not have been a proper vessel in the first place.
But, my lady, it's true. We saw them try to revive them, as they had revived one of our compatriots when we fought in the hallway. The king told us to attack them, claiming that they were spies, as I told you. Well, as you were told by our allies. Curious. He would certainly have chosen to return. He has before, after all.
Oh, he mentioned something about Cadia.
Cania.
Cania.
I'm gonna first look at Boom Crash so that I can do a mind conversation. Should I just show her the list and explain kind of what we know about the cult?
We can explain what we know about the cult and hold back the list until she specifically asks to see our proof.
All right,
Out of character, she hasn't revealed her hand much. Maybe we shouldn't reveal ours too much.
All right, I'll just let her know that we had reason to suspect he had been an imposter, but we're just trying to play it by ear and let you folks know of an undead dwelling we had demolished. But things escalated, as you can see, when we tried to explore your archives.
Which we were granted permission by the fake king.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't seem to have much weight now, does it?
Well, we had hoped to still explore the archives either way, hoping to maybe
It was
also.
payment for services rendered. I believe Connacht has been having some issues with undead invasion. We handled it.
I'm sure that Connacht owes you a great debt gratitude, but unfortunately, this is going to need further investigation. I'm sure you would agree.
Of course, we don't want no international incident given all the situations happening worldwide.
We understand.
We're claimed to be Aloran spies. Do you have evidence contrary to this?
Uh,
Well, he's technically a citizen of Connacht, and I point to Odie.
like I don't have my ID on me. I think I pays my taxes.
Word has
Hold on,
come
I'm gonna look.
of you, Odie. I'm well aware of your citizenship.
All right, the queen knows me. This is great.
It's not great.
To be honest, Your Majesty, some of us hail from Connacht, me specifically. But as
You mean
far
a
as
lo-
my relationship goes, it's tenuous at best.
I,
He
th- I
means
thought
Allure.
you last. I
Yeah,
thought you
Allure,
last were
yeah,
from the place called Galestone.
Yeah, I have property outside of Allure, but they don't have me in the best regard because I had to give up my post once the war happened because I did not believe in it, and I kind of.
We're independent of the city because the corruption is there as well.
Yes. We have reason to believe there might be some infiltration of this cult on a bigger scale, which is also why we were requested to use the archives. Maybe trying to put up some info we have compared to any of the details of the histories you got.
Make a persuasion check.
Sweet. That's pretty good.
That's very good.
This is very intense right now, and I'm very scared.
She is very Vulcan. I kind of like her. How
a
she's
politician,
very
damn
calm.
it.
Would you be willing to testify in a zone of truth?
Oh, surely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
I would not decline.
well, they
Well-
already did once, so I'm sure that they'll be willing to do it again.
Well, these knights know that zone of truths are pretty useful, and I motion to them.
Very well.
That's
Which of us would you like to testify?
Each of you,
Understood.
follow me. She enters the archive.
I'm gonna just
It's the
heal
password.
myself for
Listen to
another
the password.
10 I'm gonna just heal myself another 10 hit
I
points
will.
real quick.
Sure.
Very,
Um,
very sweaty hands right now. Just very sweaty.
And hands myself real quick. Just a second. I got this, and I reveal my like stabbed side. I'm just gonna fix this up real quick. That's better.
Push a little mud in there.
Just zip it up.
Yeah.
As she enters the archive, flanked by her little retinue, or some of them at least. The rest are probably liking you in outside.
God, they're all just eating up this drum. They're like, what the hell's gonna happen?
The statues once again ask for the password. One of us has fallen. The password is unreachable. There is a flare, and the eye glows for a second, and a man with golden and teal skin, kind of mottled and such, with long white flowing hair and long ears perched out over their heads. They have a lapis lazuli-like tiara astride across their forehead. They appear out of nowhere. Well, well, well. It seems that something bad's happened in Connacht, hasn't it? poor Queen Dio. And you're the one that survived? Enough of this. You need access to the archive. Very well. Looks at the other ones. Who are these guys? They are my guests. For now. You want I should? No, that is fine. You may return to the Feywild. But be aware that the password will need to be reset. You are adjourned today. My lady.
Can
They
I do
bow.
a religion check on this weird guy?
And then they disappear. In a flash of light.
It's
You can do...
Feywild. Don't mess with
They
it.
said return to the Feywild. I will allow a nature check.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I didn't know how much overlap Fey stuff and probably nothing. Yeah. Raw roll and just like, goddamn face, I can whisper under my breath.
Raw rolling it. Right. So Odie is coming too.
Thank you.
Right. The doors to the archive open. And she walks on through to the other side. The archive opens and you see a grand display of scrolls, books, and all manner of interesting artifacts as she leads you into the center of the chamber.
Neat.
It's been some time since I've really delved these books. Most of my spells are kept in my chambers nowadays. Lights flare on, continual flames bursting into existence around the chamber, shining it in a brilliant white and gold light. Very well. You first, the Wanti. Step forward. She motions to the desk in front of her.
Okay.
In fact, the Pinku and the Tiefling can also take a seat. I'll handle Odie if necessary.
Aw, yeah, special treatment. I'm on a solo.
She gestures for you to take seats at each of the desks.
You guys are playing musical chairs now.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry,
okay,
excuse me, sorry.
You can have the
Sorry,
middle
excuse
seat,
me.
fine.
Teacher's pet.
Of course, Zumos and Boom Crash will try to get to the closest chair. Mal goes to the anime protagonist, the chair in the back.
Oh no, yeah, I very much looked at everybody as they're all sitting, and I was like, I want the side. I want to be far away.
All right.
Boom Crash just wants to be able to grab her babies and hold their hands if necessary.
And
She-
teleport away.
She looks to two of her attendants, and they both come forward and, after taking out some scrolls, reviewing them for a while, they trace circles around each of your desks and seats.
I wanted to let the Fee talk to Boom Crash. Hey, those ruins look like normal ruins. Nothing bad.
Attempt an Arcana check.
I'll check out, but I'm generally trusting what's happening here.
Sure.
Never be too careful.
So a 27 will warrant that this is a similar symbol that appears on the ground when Zumasu casts Zone of Truth.
Okay.
It's just hand drawn.
Everything looks good to me.
Okay. All right.
You guys feel a cold sensation down your spines as the truth is pulled from you. Do you resist?
No.
No.
No. Cool.
You can always just not say anything if you don't want to talk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Plead the fifth.
Playing the fifth has never proven that you're guilty of anything. You guys willingly fail the Zone of Truth effect. And there is somebody very loud pulling in next door. So that's fun.
Oh, I can't hear it, so it seems fine.
It's annoying to me. Alright.
And that's what matters.
I don't think it got picked up.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright. The cold sensation passes, and she looks to all of you. What is your name? She looks at Zumasu first.
Zumasu Serpenthelm,
And where are you from?
Elore.
What allegiance have you with Elore?
I was once part of the what it was technically called? Not the Dawn Guard, right? It was the
Grey Guard.
Okay.
The Grey
Grey
Guards
Guard.
of the Hazel
That's what it
branch
was.
of the Leaf Crown.
Yes.
Pronounce your rank.
Yep. Since a few months ago, though, I have basically. Have I technically been like exiled from it or anything, or I abdicated my position? I guess technically.
You were about to be fired, I think, and then you faked your own death, and then came back and announced that you were back and alive. So.
But
And
I
then you
haven't
report
actually
back
showed
to
up
work.
for service.
And then
technically, or nothing.
ditched
Yeah.
to go and open a bar.
Yeah. So how much of that do you share?
I mean, I think I would just say, a few months ago, I abdicated my positions and left the city. It's not a lie.
To lie. I can sense that you have accepted the truth, each of you, so I do not doubt your statement. Why do you suspect that the king is not who they said they were?
Is he still asking me?
She is for now.
Okay. We had found evidence that a cult had been replacing key figures across the globe, and a list named your king as a potential target. So we concluded that there might be a chance that either he had been replaced or was going to be replaced, since we had run into a replacement of somebody else, which was one of my superiors back in Elore.
What is your name? She looks to the Kenku.
I make the sound effect that is my name, but then I follow up in the common tongue. People call me Boom Crash.
Where do you hail from?
I was born to a flock native to Elore.
And you also have reason to doubt the king's veracity.
Yes.
His truth. And
I've seen for my own eyes how it's been infiltration has happened pretty much everywhere.
And you
Nowhere
can
is
corroborate this evidence that your friend Zumasu has.
Yes,
You're friends with Zumasu, yes?
he is flock. It's friendship and family.
It's a bird thing.
You, Tiefling,
Yeah.
is your name.
Oh, fuck.
I am called Mao Nowhere.
Make a...
Not to lie.
I know it's not a lie, but I'll have you make a deception check. So you know your true name.
Nice.
I know my true name and I don't want to say it.
I know.
Fuck, why'd I have to go digging around for my true name so early? That I didn't even know I had.
Ooh.
You rolled what? No, that
You rolled
is-
double twos.
Oh, fuck.
got you stats in terms of insight.
Hey, she is the queen. She nods. And where do you hail from?
I hail from Elore, but from a long time ago.
I don't see
Before
why that's
the war.
relevant. Before the war. So, we're from Elore since a year ago?
Yes?
Technically
Yeah?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's technically true, I guess.
To whom do you owe allegiance?
Myself. I cross my arms and my family.
You look at Boom Crash.
Yeah, I get all smug and tsundere in the seat.
Do you consider
Christ.
these two your family?
This is
Friends,
embarrassing.
perhaps?
Boom Crash looks at Mel and is just like, You're my family, even if I'm not yours. It's okay, honey.
No. It's family. It's family.
I kind of smugly look at her with my hand on my chin.
Gee, don't you start. You're gonna be disowned. You're gonna get disowned so easily.
He doesn't like heal me one day. I'm like, you're not in the family anymore.
Why am I out of the will all of a sudden?
Amon's in the will.
Just
Oh,
still
yeah.
have to deal with that later.
Cersei's cool and all, but you know, she can't replace Amon.
I'm the godparent.
Somehow that sounds scarier than it
Yes.
should.
It should be. It should terrify you.
Okay.
Tell me, Tiefling. We're in Allure a year ago?
Technically, yes.
There was evidence that our ambassador to New Dawn was slain by a tiefling. Are you that tiefling?
Do you actually know?
Oh shit.
Did you actually even know that you killed whoever you killed?
I was just told to. I don't think I knew that they were the ambassador, but I picked it up in the end, is kind of what happened. So technically, like, I would have to say yes for it to be true.
Okay.
Well,
At the time, I did not know who I was targeting. But yes, I am that tiefling.
Zumasu audibly goes, wait, what?
Yeah, because who does not
everybody
know
in the room suddenly is looking at Mao and darting
Besides
to the
Boom
queen.
Crash.
The queen
Just
has arced an eyebrow.
I'm just kind of like lowering my head a little bit just to like not make eye contact.
Like, man, her reaction is like, man, you guys are really powerful but stupid people.
I'm like waving my arms. I'm trying to like, if the queen's looking at Mao, I'm just like looking at Mao, like waving my arms, like what?
Just, my head like looks to the side real quick. I see you do. I'm just like, shh, shh.
My head's now in my arms are in my heads are in my arms. I'm just like, god damn it.
The queen moves one of her attendants aside, and specifically is overlooking you, Mao.
Mm-hmm.
This is most troubling. This puts a large wedge in my trust in this group. This group that is found next to the dead king of Connacht, but who has also slain one of our ambassadors to Dawn, potentially starting this whole damned war.
Yeah, I realized that afterward. Why do you think I agreed to the Zone of Truth?
I didn't do it.
Oh,
Chimes
yeah,
in from the
yeah.
side.
Odie's
Are you
new.
an assassin for hire?
Yes.
Boy, do I have a job for you. No, I'm just kidding.
She's a queen. She very might have.
Who hired you?
A Yanti woman, female.
I should hope so.
I feel like I'm actually not sure, technically. Named the Jaguar.
I look at Mao again. I'm just like, wait, what?
Look, do you want me to? I could just spill the whole thing out right here. Does that make you feel better, Zumosu? I'm sorry.
I'm in the zone of truth. Oh, did you actually say you're sorry? In the zone of truth?
Yeah.
'Cause
No,
I am
like
gonna
that.
be
What I just
honestly
said, I definitely said to. I said to Zoo, like that. Yeah.
I'm also going to just be like, Mao, I've known you for a long time, but yes, I'd like an explanation. This seems kind of relevant right now.
The queen raises her hand to silence you, Zumasu.
Fair enough.
Sionti has no relation to this one, I presume.
No. The only relation is that we destroyed the Orcus thing that has some association with her.
So you fight back against your former employer.
For hire, can mean a lot of things. Family first, though.
Make a persuasion check. It's going to be difficult. use your inspiration.
Don't flip her off. It's-
Yeah, I'll use inspiration. Trying to help. Nope, that's fair.
The dice want what they want.
The die fucking roll 20 wants shit. Okay,
What's
yeah.
the narrative?
you restrain yourself from flipping her off, but the other hand rises up in response.
Betrayed.
Making it very hard to trust you. I do not bring that up upon your nature, but upon your actions committed against the kingdom of Connacht. I will have further questions for you later. She heads back to Zumasu. This Mao Nowhere of yours, she is your friend, and we're not aware of her actions?
I was not aware of her actions until just now. I give her a glance.
Sorry.
I did know that she had a past life as a assassin slash thief for hire.
And yet you chose to travel with her.
I owe her my life debt in a few times over, as does she me a few times. And for the most part, I look at her again, she's proven to have bettered her moral compass.
Look, Your Majesty, I know you're judging me for how I've survived, but not everybody can sit on top of a throne with a shit ton of gold. Some people are just left in the dust to die.
Mal,
And you have to pick yourself up.
I do hold up my hand for a second. She has shown a lot more altruism since I first met her, and for instance, our last mission to the Orcus cult, she was the one who insisted we bring back the remains of a Connaughton girl to try and see if we could revive her. That was all her doing.
Boom Crash, tell me more about this Orcus event that has occurred.
Yes, certainly. We we have been hunting down a few different cults and have had some run-ins with them. And sort of go into it, tracking the undead, looking for my old mentor, also needing a high-level necromancer that we could trust, tracking him down to the cult of Orcus, taking out a whole bunch of undead, getting in, solving the puzzles, death knights, the history of the Pride, and I bring out that book and put it forward. And the whole effigy. I also share the teleportation circle. If she's interested in poking around down there for herself.
I would probably give a bit of trust because it also lets her know there's a way to get here.
Yeah. And also, I don't think I personally have the list, but Zoom also probably does.
Yes, I do.
And, milady, if it's at all... Mao is also flock and family and friend, and she's grown a lot, and there's much more to her than necessarily comes across. There's a lot of rough edges, but there is so much kindness there too.
This evidence is most useful. We will investigate this teleportation circle. We'll investigate its claims. She flips through the book passively. And this list, she looks to Zumasu.
I take out the list. We found it in the ruins of some sort of devil cult tower.
Seems to be a lot of that going around. She grabs the list from you and starts looking at it. I'm gonna have Zumasu and Boom Crash each do one persuasion check.
Okay. That's pretty good. I'm glad it wasn't the 12.
I rolled shockingly poorly. I'm so sorry.
It was, but
Do
it
you
was
not
still
have
pretty
any
good.
real?
There was two of us. It's fine. I'm hopeful of that. I'm hopeful.
I mean, at least it's not Mouse, where she can't resist flipping off the queen.
It's in character. It makes sense.
Your allies speak highly of you, Miss Nowhere. I hope you're aware that you have very good friends, that you have made many poor decisions in your life. It doesn't just take crown to sit on a pile of coins. It takes cunning, it takes knowing a lot of people and caring about them just as they care for you. I must investigate these things. Take them to the dungeons.
Could I have a copy of that list? It's kind of important.
Will be returned to you after we have investigated it. She rolls it up. She takes the book.
We do have one request before we could escort us, that's fine, but we're supposed to oversee a revival of that child I had mentioned. That'd be happening at sunset.
I'm sure that a member of the Queen's Court would be more than welcome to accompany that revival. You will stay in the dungeons until we know what to do.
If I may make a request, whoever you send as a representative, please be. The father has been through quite a lot in losing his child, and she does need to be healed and taken to the what's his name?
The church, whatever.
The church afterwards, because the body was unfortunately mutilated post-mortem, or I hope so. But someone kind and someone patient and forgiving.
Someone patient and forgiving will be attending.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Your Grace.
Wait, am I going to? I'm lost.
Take them to the dungeons, and you are escorted and put in chains and to the dungeons. They don't seem to be like manhandling you, but those that saw what you guys did and still believe your claims don't really know what to think of you guys anymore, having the revelation that now it's an assassin that may have started the war. You guys are escorted away.
What about
Odie?
What is happening? Okay.
Yeah, I was asking about that. I was like, what about me?
Odie is brought to the stand. Cersei can come
like-
too.
Oh,
Cersei gets her little chair.
I'm wiggling back and forth. Like my feet are dangling off the chair because I'm short.
Alright, you sit inside of the chair, and the zone of truth sends a chill down your spine. Do you accept to fail the save?
Well, it's a chill down the spine, so I got attempt to resist it out of reflex. So is it like a charisma or?
I believe that's a wisdom save.
Wisdom. Oh, he's good at these. Shit, the
Oh.
libertarians on the stand.
You actually just barely succeeded
Fail?
at the save.
Oh, okay.
She narrows her eyes at you. Odie, I'm going to need you to cooperate. You're inside of a zone of truth. It will force you to tell the truth. I will know if you're unable to comply.
Oh, okay. That's fine then. I'm just gonna wiggle back and forth.
You let the spell overtake you.
Okay. It's like I heard that the Asimar thing was feeling good, but I don't like it.
Odie McGinty. That is your name, yes?
Right, Rooney.
Tell me, how long have you known those companions of yours?
I'm gonna count on my finger, but how many days has it been?
About
3
3.
or 4.
like, this many. I put with that 3 fingers.
Days? Weeks?
Days, right? That's the word. Days.
Never seen them before that moment that you met them.
No, I was blasting some hooligans off of me farm, and these folks came on flying in, started pulling "Fight the Valkyries." Nice music, by the way. And then they escorted me up to the keep, and then they escorted me into the city so I could buy some cigarettes, which I keep on forgetting to do.
They claim that they entered a dungeon, Morvenwend. Is this true? And
Oh, oh yeah, yeah. We hired a guy because we didn't know the way. I felt shame. I should know the way, but uh, um, after we hired a guy to get there, the dudes ran off scared. I don't know what's so scary. It's just some hooligans out there, but we blasted them, folks, all nice and tidy. Who we?
to the best of your knowledge, was there a cult of Orcus down there?
Well, well, ma'am, I don't know much about uh, faith and such, but there was a big old fat cow thing there, um, and it was mighty smelly, and there was also a flying smelly thing, and they're all wearing the same thing. So I don't know. It might have been a club.
Club, right. Claim there was a teleportation circle there as well.
Oh yeah, we done zapped on right out of there.
Just it. Where did you teleport to?
Honestly, no idea. Wasn't really paying attention. This thing was kind of I put it for Cersei like a stuck like a bleeding it, and kind of got distracted by that. But we got out.
Were you aware of your compatriots' actions against Connacht?
Well, I know now. Well, wasn't paying much attention anyway. They seemed like decent folks anyway.
Your tiefling ally, Smau Nowhere, assassinated a member of our court.
Ooh, that's bad.
We're not aware of this before.
Oh no. All I know is that they supposedly told me that they make some peach wine and such, but that's too far away. I ain't never gonna taste that stuff.
Very well. Do you have any of this evidence that they claim that the king is not who he says he was?
Well, he couldn't answer any questions lickety split, and when he tried to get that password I pointed to the door and make a snapping noise. His head done gone burst into flame. Mighty suspicious, if you ask me.
And the same story. You're free to go,
I mean,
Mr. McGinty. We'll call on you if we
right.
need you further. And
All right, Cersei, we going home. We gotta buy some cigarettes.
claims, once again, be reconsidered. Cody, you're left to go. You pass by
Right,
your allies who are being led in chains down the hall, led into the dungeons.
I gotta wave my hat as like I'll see you soon. I don't know about visitations, but I'll see you soon.
Actually,
And I just
hold on a second, Odie. I try to move my arms with the manacles up. Odie, can I just talk to you for a second?
it's like sure, son. What you need?
Seeing as how we're a little indisposed, do you mind go visiting that child just to show them, not necessarily explain everything, but just presence with the revival?
Oh, the two-leg thing. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll do
the
it.
little girl. Just make sure that everything goes pretty smoothly.
It's I'll give her a good southern hospitality. All right,
Just
see you
make sure
around,
she
lad.
gets to the druid circle so she can get the regeneration done.
Right. Regen. I scratch a note on my grimy skin. It leaves a brown trail, but it's a clear note.
Okay, take care of yourself, Odie. Go have a good dinner for us.
Don't forget your
What?
cigarettes.
Right,
Thank
the
you,
cigarettes. I keep on
and-
forgetting.
take good care of Cersei and say hello to your wives and children for us if we don't get to meet them ourselves.
Oh, right. Me wife. She's gonna
Shit.
be mad.
Me wife. I'm getting me
Oh.
wife.
All right. I'm going to run off now.
Okay.
Let's see the druid circle and all that jazz.
The rest of you are escorted to the dungeons, which I do not have a map for. So let's just go to Connacht.
You did not expect Law and Order to go badly?
Did not.
I mean, we did pretty good in our
Jesus
persuasions. It's just that reveal was pretty damning.
It was a little damning. A teeny damn.
Look, I did my best Madlock impression, alright?
That was how long ago, like in IRL, did that happen?
That happened. That was one of the first things to happen. After you
Yep.
guys went to New Dawn before there was a map of it, you guys literally got out of the marble quarry where you killed Gregory the Medusa, and
Okay, that was 2017.
yeah,
Yeah.
your actions have consequences.
That we didn't even know about.
You know, well, no, Gorvon knew and Menodamu knew they're just dead.
Yeah, we're gone forever.
Both my characters are pissed at the information.
Oh, there's still secrets even from you guys. Alright. So, you guys are brought to the dungeons. Oh dear, what do I do? So,
Sticky stuff.
Draw a cage around us.
There is such a thing as just, passing time and stuff.
I understand
Don't-
that.
There's also such thing as a minimum security prison.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, since we're kind of obeying, are they allowing us to, like, for the most part, stay with our stuff or what? Because I want to do some manual training in the prison cell.
You want to read your book?
No, he's gonna work out in prison.
I'm
That's
gonna
what's happening.
angrily work out.
Make a persuasion check, Zumasu.
Okay.
I'll say at disadvantage.
I don't think I'd be able to keep any of my stuff, so good luck to you.
Yeah, you're the worst of the bunch.
Okay, so even with your disadvantage, Zumasu, although all of your weapons and belongings are taken away, and you guys are put in, like, like rags. All nice rags. It's
Our stuff's
the
in
dungeon.
confiscation, but I managed to convince them it's just a book to help
Yes.
me exercise.
Once they realize it's not like a spell book or anything, they allow you to have it in your individual cell.
Alright. Now, we need to talk for a second, and I, immediately set up the book. Alright, I start doing, some push-ups. God damn it, I gotta do, a meeting.
Are
Okay,
you multitasking?
I'm doing this so I can let out a little anger, because, I just learned my ally is part of the reason the goddamn war started. That was the reason why we had to get out of Laura in the first place, and god damn it.
Look, I didn't know who they were. It was a job. You
That's-
kind of need to do them for reputation in this line of work.
What were you doing before you came to Allure then? You said you escaped some cave?
We were petrified and
Yeah.
turned to fucking stone,
Yeah.
Zumasu.
So any reputation I had from 88 years ago doesn't exist. I had to start fresh.
I mean, looking at this now, do you think it's even worth having a reputation? You could have turned over a new leaf, and your first thought after coming out was, gee, I better go make my profession of killing people again a thing.
I didn't have any character development back then!
I was a very angry person. Look, all I could think of was that there are plenty of people out there in power, and I've been stuck and locked away in stone for however long. I have no money, I have no name, I have nothing, no protection.
You got that now though.
Yeah, but I didn't have you guys beforehand.
So I guess then, is there anything else you want to share? Cause yeah, that's a bit of a bombshell. A lot of the events kind of turned out of that thing.
You think that you're bothered by that, not the fact that I'm apparently some weird vessel for some devil?
Everyone's a vessel for something nowadays.
We can't help
Like,
who we were born as, but
Oh,
you chose
okay.
to kill someone.
Yeah, actually, no. Legitimately, Zumasa kind of gets aside and says something along those lines. It's like, look, now, Yanti have a bad rap for deserved reason, and legitimately, the tribe I was apparently from was, a little little raidy and a little barbaric. So the fact that I even came out of that, I can't really detest where people come from necessarily. The fact that I've seen you do good things makes me even more disappointed in you. But I guess you have a point that you hadn't learned yet?
Earned or learned?
Learned.
Look, I learned a lot when I was younger, and it was that you can't rely on other people. The moment that you give your heart to someone, they stab it with a dagger. So why bother giving anybody that opportunity? Just stand on top of them. If you're on top, no one can hurt you because you're the one that creates the rules. You're the one that tells people who lives and dies. That's what I thought.
Has that changed at all?
A little. I want you guys on top with me. Look, this.
Zuzu, that is progress.
I hear him doing more crunches. It's like.
No, I switched to doing squats now. Anyway, from this point on, I just hope you can trust us a little bit more, especially with these sort of things, because it seems like that Jaguar is even more of enemy number one than before, setting all this shit in motion.
Again, to be honest, I did not know who that person was until after. The Jaguar did not mention who they were. They just said that they wanted somebody in a caravan killed.
How come you didn't say anything when we learned that the Jaguar was pulling all the other shenanigans?
Guilt?
I love you ask, is it guilt?
Can I like doing insight?
I don't know I've said that word ever before.
Yeah,
that feels weird. No.
I
At
don't
least you're
even
not
know if I
Kenku.
believe that or not.
If you're Kenku and you feel guilt but you never experienced it before, you just can't say anything about it.
I just looked at
Oh,
both sides.
shit.
Is she being
Oh my
serious? Is that
Mao, if you want to convince Sumasu that you're feeling true guilt, I'll probably require a persuasion check to oppose his
You've
insight.
lied so much already.
Jesus Christ? Damn it, the dice
Fuck
want
you.
to tell the story.
Fuck you, roll 20.
No,
This is
no,
fine.
no, no. You're saying fuck you to Zumasu.
Yes.
Yep, that's probably what you did. God damn it.
Remember before when we first met up and I was like, hey, I haven't killed you yet? Yeah, there you go. You're welcome.
I mean,
The
I
fellowship
feel
is being broken in the worst way
it
possible.
is being broken in the fucking worst way. I worked like the vice, man. I get threats all the time. You kind of, until somebody does shit, you kind of just let it brush off of you.
Yeah, that's... You lived in the Undercroft.
Yeah. I mean,
That's-
you guys spoke that thieves can't, which I only know of. But like, Boom
Yeah.
Crash, can you give me a little insight on this? Mal, I've seen you do good things. I know you've done good things. I know you've changed, but you could have let us know that before. That might have helped things. Like, that's why I'm just so. Are you keeping something else important?
It's okay, Zumasu. If I may offer just some additional perspective. For me personally, coming back home to Allure was like coming to a completely new place. It was entirely unfamiliar. Nothing was the same. There was an Undercroft. There was a giant hole in the wall. Like, everything was built up. Everything changed. My family was gone. A flock that had been there for generations, enough that we had our own voice, was wiped out. I am the oldest Kenku, I think, ever that I know of, because I'm over 150 years old. That's unheard of.
You look great for a grandma.
Thank you.
You always said that.
She like tips
I-
her bacon winks sort of as a humorous aside, but it's like, it's learning the context and knowing a context. It's sometimes I would walk down a street and turn a corner and still expect to see something familiar, and I wouldn't. So coming to a new place and just trying to make a decision so you're not paralyzed is sometimes what it feels like your only option. It's not great, but Mal wasn't alone in taking that contract and taking that action. I simply forgot about it because the politics of everything that's happening right now is so confusing and so far beyond me.
Wait, Jamasu just finally realizes
Whoa,
the
whoa,
connection.
what?
Wait, what? You,
We found each other in a cave, and
but,
all of a
but
sudden
you're
there
saying
was.
you also took this contract?
I wasn't going to leave a familiar and friendly face, the only one who I knew, or the only ones who I knew that had gone through something similar, with suddenly being returned from being petrified. I
start
wasn't
angrily
going
running
to
in
leave
place.
her alone.
What? Okay, so then, do you know anything that could be relevant to the situation? Because
Hold on, sir. Before you dive into things, I didn't exactly tell everything. Again, I didn't know very much, so Boom Crash knew less.
okay,
It's Zumosu, if you I don't know anything about peach orchards or anything else, and you've had multiple quests and multiple projects, and I went with you because you're flock and family.
I guess I'm not. I still trust. Well, you're still very important to me, guys. I mean, I owe you so many tight saves and stuff, but it's just a thing about, whether or not I feel like I'm being left out of, like, knowing things.
I wanted to kill too.
Imagine how Mon feels.
Like, we know about your patron and how kind of sketchy that whole situation's going, which is why we're, protecting you from her. But if there's a lot of secrets behind us, it makes things a lot more complicated.
And it's a long history, and the situation here, even not even including the petrification, is incredibly complicated and very difficult to understand. And
oh, someone sent me to go and kill Gregory. That's why I went after that bitch. And then I was stuck for he owed someone money. And then I didn't wake up for 80 something years.
He wasn't some random diplomat, although I guess if it was 80 years he was less relevant.
I'm pretty sure I was duped. Who would hide in the middle of a cave?
It was a pretty obscure location. I went to hide out there specifically because it was in the middle of fucking nowhere and I needed a place to lay low for a while.
Look.
It was not intentionally hidden. It was something that, I honestly just forgot about because everything else seemed so much more urgent and important. And I didn't really even know what was happening. It was just, I was Atorus's enforcer. I've shaken people down. That was what I had to do in order to survive.
I'm not gonna fault you for the ways you lived in your past, either of you, and I look to Mao. But I guess going forward, we can try and trust each other a bit more. Or maybe, hell, in this case, since you two seem to genuinely have just kind of forgotten the relevance of it, it might have just been a mistake that just came to light.
I think it was more like knowing what was going on and kind of trying to fix some of the issues. But the thing is, too, is like, if I didn't kill him, somebody else was going to. This is going to happen either way. There's corrupt people out there.
That doesn't absolve you of anything, but...
No, not saying that it should absolve me of what I've done. Just more of like...
I think we're on a similar page again, so...
Is there anything else that's important that anybody should know? I nicked this trinket from a Taurus that is in my bag of stuff that they took away from me, but I still need to sort of check that out. Is there anything else? And as an aside, Allie, this is your opportunity to tell about the Hail Mary that you did in the battle while I was dead.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody knows about that.
Which Hail Mary?
Go get a drink.
when you asked for help.
Daddy, I'm scared. Save me.
Yeah. No, I was gonna get into a couple things. Like, well, there's a couple of things. So,
I switched to Crunches again.
Oh my god! Can you? I see your face, and fine, whatever. when we were in Morvenwind, there's a couple of things that happen, and a few of them honestly really scare me. I kept seeing faces from my past, and maybe it's nothing, maybe it's something, but we talked to someone and they asked how they were doing. How is your friend? So a little, I guess, context. I grew up in Allure in a thieves guild, and it basically was just run by this guy and his daughter, in a sense. She kind of kept us wrangled. And he would send us out every day to go and shoe shine and pick pockets and come back with all the loot and stuff that we had. So he would use all of us kids to line his pockets and get all the things that he wanted. And he would feed us food. So it was a family, which is your family. That was a very different family, and it scared me away from that word for a very long time.
Yeah, we try to dissuade the usage of children with the undercroft, but they always seem to pop up. Anyway,
Yeah.
I get what you're coming from.
Why do you think I have a thing for kids? So there was
Yeah,
a girl that
sorry
was there
about
who
that
was
for
like
you.
my best friend, and we wanted to do something really special for her dad. We scouted out this wizard tower, like, apartment. Pretty much like tracked this guy down for weeks to figure out like what was going on, the things he had, and we found he had some really cool stuff. Except when we broke in, we didn't know that there was basically a fireball set, and she didn't walk away. So, going back to dear old dad, it wasn't exactly the welcome home, thanks, all of these wonderful things. It's like, no, you fucking killed my daughter and he left me on the street to die. So, if that helps with context, there's a little bit of anger from all of that, but also I am genuinely afraid that they might still be alive because of what that person had said. So that could be a thing in the future. Maybe they're gonna be vengeful and want to kill me. I have no idea.
They gotta be how old then? 80-somethings?
Well, we were like 14. So yeah, I guess they would have to be up in age. So maybe they are dead.
Were they a long-lived race? You know, elf, half elf, dwarf?
I don't know. She looked human.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry that happened to you. By the way, that is rough.
What was their name? Did you say that? I went to grab water.
No. Her name was Camilla.
Do you tell them?
That was-
Yeah, I'll say it out loud. Just be like, so if you hear this name, if you hear Camilla.
We'll let you know.
Yeah. And if you remember Briarius, I may have or may not have called for help when we were in the big battle.
Wait.
That's bad.
What?
Yeah, so, trauma of childhood, and then also,
That's
Yeah.
Did he answer? That's kind of the important part, because dealing with the devil.
did I wake up and see the wall of fire in front of me?
I believe you did.
Yeah, that may have been his answer.
But
I didn't hear anything.
fire. Oh shit! That fire that stopped the guy's attack.
Dear.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
We will burn that
Man,
bridge
Odie
when we
doesn't
get
know
to
anything
it.
Yes.
about this.
So Mao, do you? Shit. Can I do a religion check on like what kind of things can be enforced with that sort of deal? Like if that probably counted as a deal, right? The extent that it counts as.
Look, I'm pretty sure we already have some deal. Remember, the contract was written for me by somebody else.
Yes, but this was by your own accord. Like
I just kind of threatened him, said that, his little vessel might die and that, he'd have to save me. In also saving you at the same time.
Yeah, would I
No
be
big
able to infer kind of how far that sort of thing could reach? Like, is this a soul exchange type thing, or how bad is this?
You can attempt a religion check.
All I know is it's bad.
It's very vague on the wording, but if devils are anything like Fae, you really don't know the extent to which a deal could be made.
We gotta be prepared for something happening, Mao.
I'm
I'm actually really glad you told me this, but But I mean, you saved our I guess that saved us.
At least-
God damn it.
we're prepared.
So glad you told me!
Aren't you supposed to be a gray guard? Why is everything black and white right now? Go in the middle. Blend.
No, Greyguard just means I'm the one that has to slop through the shit. As you said
That's
about
fair.
the whole your thieves guild thing, yeah, we broke up.
The
we broke
shit's
up
you,
little.
Mao.
There's always the troublesome thing about breaking up the children's thieves guilds is then you have to figure out what to do with the kids, which is a whole thing of it's never just a one and go.
Yeah, and Alori doesn't exactly pick up slack there. They don't really care. At least
Well,
wealthy people don't care.
I mean, not for nothing, a decent amount of the guilds get paid off by some of them for minor things, so it's a whole thing where you have to make sure
Gee, I
people don't get-
wonder. I look at Boom Crash. Yeah, maybe a Taurus was around at the time. Who knows?
It takes a while for the paperwork to make sure people don't get hurt unless people are getting hurt, which you have justifiable reason to enter, but
You know what's faster? Stabbing someone.
I mean, yeah, it comes down to that, but only if somebody stabs first, which is part of the whole problem. Anyway, I don't need to bother you with protocols. I guess I'm technically not doing that anymore. I stopped for a second and realized,
You're a criminal.
Stop being a narc.
Yeah,
Do-do-do-do.
I'm kind of in a...
Aiding and
Damn,
abetting.
Where did this year go? Did not necessarily see myself over this...
It's been like
Huh.
6 months, dude.
Your life has gone through a massive downward spiral.
Hey, but you got to keep out of it.
I'm doing like a back back handspring type like stretch and thing like I mean, I don't necessarily I have some regrets, but Anyway, Mao, good. Thank you for letting us know. We got to keep our eyes out for some sort of devil contract or devil appearing or somebody coming to collect. Maybe have in mind that we might have to repay it somehow. Because the wording was vague enough. This might have been volition, but I doubt it. You know how they act.
You said we, but I won't let you if it comes down to that.
Psh, we beat off patron vengeance before. We beat off ghosts. We can figure out something.
We'll figure it out together. Okay? You're not alone. And that's the whole thing with Flock, is that we're stronger as a group.
Oh,
So we'll figure this out.
This is true.
I don't know. I think there is something to be said about attempting to do the right thing, or
Oh,
a better
definitely.
thing.
Welcome to the Betrayal Club.
At least
Zoo.
I hope so. Because Devara's whole thing is kind of about that, it seems. Yeah. Anyway, Boom Crash, if it gets too late, maybe just send a sending message spell to Odie to make sure he does his thing.
Need your spell component.
Oh no.
Yeah, you need a spellcasting focus. Like, you guys are helpless.
Well, luck slots don't technically need.
No, you still need a spellcasting focus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I believe
Right.
her spellcasting focus is her Tome of Shadows.
Because she's a Tome Warlock. Oh, right. This isn't fun not having our stuff. I guess I am just going to exercise for the next few
mean-
hours.
Actually, technically, I think I can resummon it.
Oh, as a Warlock thing.
Sure,
Nice.
that won't be a
Because you
little
lost
sus.
it. Yeah, you
Yeah.
technically lost it. So
I'm cooperating right now. I'm being a good
Alright.
little bird. I'm not fucking with this right now.
That's fair.
Yet.
That's fair. I'll just keep on doing my exercises and we'll see what happens when they call for us.
like,
Chris,
wh-
out of
when-
curiosity, what's the chance that they had no idea what like the pocket was?
What
The portable
was.
pocket. Yeah, the portable pocket. Did they do like a magic like sweep down with like little rods and stuff to make sure that we weren't carrying any magic items, or was it just like
It's
that's a
the-
sharp, please don't
it's-
have?
It's the queen's place. They probably did sweep down magic
Okay.
items.
Also, this is wartime. I'm sure security is at the highest level.
Yeah, especially for spies and an assassin of.
Our stuff is in a
bastards.
big ass vault. We cannot
Stuff's
get
probably
that.
in the archive.
Honestly,
God damn it, that's probably true.
Christopher, my goal was I wanted to be the best assassin. I literally said I was an assassin. Now I'm the worst. This is the whole point of this character. Is like best assassin in the world. I'm an assassin.
You
Great.
can,
I'm in danger.
you can just be a
hey,
special
all you,
ops.
all you
That's
gotta
just-
do is just kill everyone, alright? If you kill everyone, there's no witnesses.
No, you just pivot to government sanctioned special ops. That's an assassin that's government sanctioned.
Oh, so if the queen ordered the assassination, then it'd be okay.
Yas Queen.
Gonna
Say
become
Yas
a
Queen and you get it done.
gonna become a privateer. All right.
Cook pays better.
Night begins to fall as you guys are left in the dungeons to wallow for a bit. Odie, how's it going, man?
Hey, I'm going to the church first to get the kid witness, right?
Yeah, cigarettes can come later.
Aw.
So
Hey man, I'm never gonna get my cigarettes.
you head to the Temple of Sirith, where you had left the poor Shiok with his dead daughter. It looks like the ritual is underway. You see the paladin, the ranger paladin kind of dude, and Shiok in the main chamber beneath the large statue of Sirith. Shiok is all out of tears at this point, and is just praying, kneeling nearby next to the ritual, holding, well, a hand on the daughter's shoulder, what's left of it.
Ugh.
She's been disarmed after all.
Shut up.
Fuck.
Odie, you arrive. Shiok doesn't seem to have taken notice of you yet.
All right, then I'm just gonna approach. If no one says hi to me, I'm not gonna say hi back. All right, I'm gonna approach. It's like, so how's it working?
You. Where are the rest of your friends?
Oh, they had some business to do, official like big crown business. Didn't really understand much of it. Wasn't kind of paying attention, but I think they'll be fine.
I hope they're all right. But I'm glad you at least came. You were
Like-
honestly the one I least expected to, but that makes it more important.
Yep. I'm here to do whatever's needed.
Cersei nuzzles up against Shiok, and he's a little weirded out at first, but eventually he hugs Cersei's big, warm, round body. Just hope this works.
Oh,
Given
it's
all
out.
I can to Sirith to protect her in her journey back.
Well, it ought to work.
I hope so. The doors open once more as more people quietly enter the sanctum. And you guys continue praying until one person seemingly falters in their chanting of the ritual, but then they quickly go back to what they were doing. A hand goes on your shoulder, Odie, and Shiok's as well. And it's the queen.
Blah! I go to the Hank Hill. Blah!
Whoa! Ease yourselves. I come at the request of an ally. Mr. Shiok, was it? Your Majesty. What are you doing here? In this humble... Ease yourself, Shiok. I know what you've done for this nation. I didn't realize it was you that was hurting so bad. I'm glad that I was able to make time to arrive. I'm here. I hope that your child returns to you, and I give you what powers the Queen's crown can in this respect. He's kind of shaken and doesn't really know what to say. He looks to Odie for any sign of like, what the fuck do I do, man?
I'm just gonna like I'm just gonna do a shrug and a thumbs up. It's like, seems good to me.
Your Majesty, you don't know what it means to me. I accept anything you are willing to give. Then you just have my compassion and my hope. You guys wait as the ritual continues onward. Eventually, it ends. There is some silence. And the child, like, rears upward. Caitlin, please, sit down. Huh? What's going on? You're back, Caitlin. Caitlin, just be quiet. My arms, took my... It's okay. It's okay. Back. Please, just calm down. The queen, just waves her hand. And Caitlin falls limp again. She was... Put her to sleep. She must rest. She's gone through a lot. Being resurrected is... difficult. Must understand this, Shiok. I know your friends have been resurrected before. This is no different, and she is just a child. She must rest. Must get these healed.
Like, I'm just gonna do a little whistle. It's like, well, put her back there, and on Cersei, it's like, we'll take it to the and I'm just gonna like circle my, gonna strain my brain, that the druid thing, and we'll get the arms grown back, lickety split.
Odie, you're more caring than I thought you were.
Oh no, this is just me got stuff to do, and besides, you know, I gotta point to my hand. It's like mixing a couple fingers. It's like this is mighty unpleasant. You don't want that happening too often.
Regardless, it seems that others were wrong about you. You have my blessing. Tell Soliphus that this is done on the Queen's tab.
Righty Rooney.
She turns to talk to Baltair Amberheart, and Shiok kind of just like looks at her and then hurriedly is past to go with you guys. And you guys head out to talk to Soliphus. Soliphus, back at the Temple of Alona, is more than willing to give this child regeneration. It's not too expensive for him to do so, honestly, and more than willing to help an ailing child, especially one with no arms and is asleep and was just resurrected. Soliphus performs the ritual, and her arms are regrown before your very eyes. It takes some time, but they do return before the night ends.
Does
She
Odie
will-
ask for his fingers restored?
Do you?
No, I like it. God, it builds character. Also, it helps me tell which one's my left and which one's my right.
Okay.
This one says L and this one says W for right.
Fuck.
Wumbo.
Also, it prevents me from having too many wives. You can't put enough rings on them.
I fucking love Odie
Oh my
even more now.
god.
He's the best.
Keeps getting better.
I know.
Every sentence deepens the lore. Once this ends, Soliphus nods. She can rest in the garden until she wakes. She should be fine. I've prepared some teas that might ease her suffering. Thank you, Lord of Leaves, or Voice of the Forest is fine. Right. Odie, thanks again for coming. I didn't realize the Queen had taken an interest in this. I hope that your friends are okay.
Well, she's a sympathetic lot as before. I'm sure she'll treat my guests fairly and justly. Good old Southern hospitality, despite the fact that we're living in an actual northern region. But let's ignore that.
The narrator looks at the screen. We're actually in the north. Shiok kind of goes to shake your hand, and then like claps you in for a hug. Although it's kind of awkward because he's such a larger person than you, and large man in general, honestly. So it's kind of like he takes you up into like a bear hug, and can't help but hug you for a minute or so, before he lets you down.
There you go. Well, do you need something else? I'm about to get some. Well, I was about to get something. I forgot, but the
God damn it.
yeah. If you need something, I'll be sure to drop on by.
I'm gonna stay here with Caitlin. I want to make sure she sees me when she awakens, even if it's in the middle of the night.
All right, that seems sound reasonable to me. Well, dadgummit, I best be on my way. Toodles. And I gotta I gotta tip my hat to the sleeping girl, ma'am. And then just mosey on out.
Okay, see on out. And with that, Caitlin has been resurrected, and you guys are imprisoned still. All right. So,
Odie
probab-
doesn't smoke.
he just
Thought
needs the
Odie forgot his-
cigarettes.
I thought he forgot his cigarettes again.
He just
Odie
needs the
doesn't s-
cigarettes.
Oh.
Odie doesn't smoke. He just got mad at his wife and said like, "I'm gonna get out to get some cigarettes," but he doesn't smoke. He's wondering if he could just get some milk.
Oh.
Gotta have something to show that I was out busy doing something. All right.
You have to remember to give him a memento from Morven Winter to at least be like, I did this. I killed some zombies. I got rid of that zombie problem we talked about.
Zombies ain't gonna do the dishes.
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
no.
Odie.
Kept on complaining about them eating your garden. Well, there's no more zombies to eat the garden.
Uh,
All right.
the nonsensical lore deepens.
Day comes once more. Boom Crash Mao Zumasu. You guys are in the dungeon. Are you willing to comply fully?
Yeah. How much time were we able to get a rest? Number one, and number two,
Yes.
how much time between? Okay, we would get a rest. How much time extra was I allowed to put into my book?
As much time as you want. You're in here for several days.
How? So can I just say my book? Yeah, I'm gonna comply, and my book's gonna be done then.
What does comply fully mean?
Not try to escape.
Oh. Yeah, that's easy. That's fine.
Are we allowed a phone call? Sending scrolls.
Are you a citizen?
Ah, God damn it! International laws.
Gotta keep in contact with, like, the college to see if Egrenor popped in.
Yeah, could we be friendly with the guards enough to like comply, but maybe get at least like just be like, can we just let some of our associates know what's the holdup?
Could just
I
ask the
think.
queen. Or
Yeah.
ask them to ask the queen.
Can I say that I've been spinning gold
Oh.
and using
oh.
that to as to pass the time?
I
I
forgot
want to
anything
use
you
my
can do.
Rumpelstiltskin boon.
Yeah.
There's some hay in the enclosure, and you're able to spin enough of it. What was the rate at which you can do it?
25 gold pieces for 8 hours of work.
Okay.
Once a day.
Sure. I will say that there's enough that you can get 2 days of that.
Yay!
You spin hay into gold in your prison cell. Zumasu gains constitution. It's constitution, right? While in
Yeah.
your prison cell. You guys are in here for, I'll say, maybe I'll just die. I think that's probably a better way.
And was that a no one being able to bribe or persuade any guards to give us a sending scroll?
I'll say that you're in here for 5 days.
Okay.
I'm so bored.
Before something happens.
I would like to make friends with whatever rat comes into the room. Forcibly, if need be.
All right, Ratatouille.
I'm
calm
gonna be
down.
bored.
And yes, the Rumpelstiltskin thing, by the way, was from the Feywild. So you guys are in here for like 5 days before anything changes or happens. You guys have tried to get friendly with the guards over time. I'm gonna have let's see, who wants to do it?
No, I have not been friendly, so not me.
Constitution raises your health by 1 per level, right?
Every even level it will go up by 1.
Yeah, well, ability score equals 1 more health point per level, right?
Yeah, if you go from like +2 to +3 or something, that will increase your maximum health by 1 per level.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So I add 18 to 139 then. All right, I'm just adjusting that now.
That is fine. You have finished the book, and the book disappears off into the ether.
I probably play it up as like, oh,
That was a rough one, but guys, I can breathe a little better. The gruel doesn't hit as bad. Mao, you want to borrow this afterwards? And it starts evaporating. Oh.
The book looks up to you and says, "I don't feel good, Mr. Stark," and it starts dissipating.
What the hell was that? I really, to be honest, I don't remember half the stuff I did. You guys weren't staring when I was doing those weird yoga poses, were you? Those were
I was
kinda
trying
rough.
not to.
Okay, fair enough.
It's creepy to creep on your friends while they're working out.
Anyway, I do feel a lot better now, even though we haven't eaten very well in a while. I miss my spice pouch.
Glad you were so entertained.
I'm gonna take a little nap right now, and I kind of sit down, like flat on the ground.
It's not great for sleeping, but it's enough that you get long rest. Especially over the prolonged period, you're able to eventually get back all those any spent hit dice or anything. So you guys were trying to be friendly with the guards. I'll allow you guys to make a persuasion check, whoever wants to do the check, to basically try to get in contact, or at least get somebody to get in contact with Galestone.
Just don't let Mao do it.
I
Boomcrash,
refuse.
Can you do the thingy where you like just guarantee a roll?
I can't guarantee a roll. I don't have reliable talent or anything
no,
like
but
that.
isn't there like
I
a-
just have
Mao
a
can
ridiculous
guarantee an
con.
attack.
No, but don't we have that keep thing where Boomcrash gets like +20 or something?
Oh.
I don't know if it was +20. I thought it was just like advantage on some sort of charisma thing.
Boomcrash is a negotiator. Once a day, she can make a charisma check with advantage.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I mean,
Let's
that
do
sounds
that
good as anything.
That's pretty good. How important.
Okay.
Didn't even need it.
Nice.
Well, if it was on a board, that would be very good. So with your 19, you're able to convince the guards that that you'd like to at least let people know where you are and whatnot, what has happened. They aren't willing to let you send anything to them, but they will relay a message.
Okay.
What would you
Yeah,
like to
something.
say?
Okay. Guys, who should we send it to? Should we send anything to... Oh, God, why am I blanking on everybody's
Herschel?
name?
Grovel's the...
Do you want me to go to the other page, actually? Because, I mean, we're in Connacht, but maybe the other page will help.
It's no, like Herschel or Grovel, yes, of course. But I was thinking also of letting like the aunt and Atorus's kid know.
Teresa?
Teresa.
Ada?
Yes.
Ada?
Yeah, we probably
Yeah.
should let Teresa know before she goes.
Teresa,
they go
just
with
be
Lee.
like, actually pause. So I'm not gonna send anything to Teresa. I'm just gonna say, send a message to like the auntie and be like, the picnic we had planned is going to be delayed. I'm so sorry. Something else came up. And then a sending message to Herschel. We're delayed in Connacht, getting something untangled. Hope everything is okay.
Could we say that the actions that we had taken last time at the end to just like that's the instructions we gave them, increasing reconstruction and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, we have some stuff for you and some stuff coming. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I presumed that you
we took
guys
on
did
it.
that.
Cool. Yeah.
When we arranged what they were.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, you send, or you tell this to the guard, and the guard goes off, hopefully to get your message across.
Fingers crossed.
All right. 5 days passes until the guards come down, not with your dinner or any of your other few meals that you've had down here. You haven't been treated super poorly, you just have been kind of not treated well. Been neglected.
Used to it.
Specifically Mao. Mao has been
Used to
given
it.
noticeably less portions than the other two. The guards come down and start opening up your prison cells. You're off to see the Queen again. Be on your best behavior, why don't you?
You got it, Pete.
Thank you kindly.
How'd that date go on Thursday?
Just really trying to buddy up.
How'd that day go on Thursday?
Date.
Date.
He's
Oh,
trying
I
to,
see.
yeah.
That's none of your business. We need you to see the queen.
Don't worry about it, buddy. You get him next time.
Alrighty. Let me grab y'all. Tisket, a tasket. Triggers. Basket. Oh, I should probably get Odie at least so he has visibility. Guy.
I'm participating.
I'm a participant. Okay. You guys are brought to the Queen's throne room.
Man, I can't wait to see you guys all get executed. I'm just gonna wave at the gallows. It's like, hi.
We still don't
If
got
this
our
is
shit.
how we die, I'm
Decided
gonna
to
laugh.
speed run the campaign.
Speedrun campaign. Hey, Daddy, your your girl gonna get executed. You want to come and intervene?
Jesus Christ.
Alright. You guys are brought to a similar looking throne room, although on a different side of the keep. Also, I don't know what that star is on Mao, but that's probably gone by now.
Oh, I think that was because I was lightning resistant.
Also, a
The
unique
thing.
situation in that Boom Crash technically still has their Rod of 7 parts.
Oh, because they couldn't take it away.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real apologetic about it.
They tried.
I'm surprised they didn't just chop off her hand.
Yeah, no, you see them shaving it off, like shaved off little feathers that are slowly growing back, like being like, can you just slide it? Nope, slide it. Nope, 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 nothing.
Once they realized that it was a cursed item, they basically just had to keep you under, like, constant surveillance to make sure you didn't do anything spellcaster-wise. Instead, you just spun things into gold, which they presumed was part of the magic effect. Eventually, they stopped putting hay in your cell and started giving you, like, cotton blankets.
Those feel better anyway.
Wow. So they're like, no gold for you, but here's some extra accommodations to make you more comfortable. Please stop spinning gold.
They use the gold to buy cotton.
Please stop that. Okay, you guys are led up to the queen, flanked by more of her attendants or whatever. And she looks down at you. She looks similar to the way she did before. Not really very much emotion about her face. We have come to a decision regarding your punishment. We have decided that you are not guilty of killing the king. The king was found to be treacherous. That story of yours has been corroborated.
Is she waiting for a response?
Okay, that's nice. That's
Yeah, it's like she waiting for a response.
That's the good news. Now the bad news.
Now nowhere. Must pay for your crimes against the kingdom of Connacht. But you have also done us great services. The ruins of Morvenwend were found to be absolutely ridden with the cult that you all spoke of. The teleportation circle has been destroyed, so that nobody can ever get this close to Connacht again. And just as well, your efforts to expose this cult have led to several more arrests and discoveries throughout my court. Even some close to me found to be spies for this supposed cult.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
I wonder if some of the names were people that she knew, because we didn't know them all.
Yeah.
She seems to have.
Fascinating.
Therefore, you have cooperated thus far. We're willing to let you go free. But Mount Nowhere, you are banished from Connacht's borders, and you must leave immediately. If you are found, you will be arrested and executed.
If I may, Your Majesty, how did the ordeal with the girl go? Was she able to be revived successfully?
Young Shiok's daughter is alive and well. She has recovered well, and she has both of her limbs restored.
I kind of looked to Mao.
That's. Thank you.
I know Mao has just been banished, but would it be too much to ask that you be able to pay that girl a visit?
Just kind of look over him, just like, why are you being extra nice?
She
Because this way we can squeeze as much time out of you being
Yeah.
here.
ponders
Fair.
for a moment, and then she nods in acceptance.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Mao bows for the first time in front of any of these fuckers.
Christ, took a while.
It did. I hope no one noticed because I was hiding behind the pig all the time.
Mao is the only one that is banished, but I hope that you all realize that none of you are in a good standing with this country, this kingdom, but will be allowed within these borders, just without your family.
We understand. And we will not bother or burden you much further. However, there is something that we would like to retrieve from the archive, a record of a birth, a record of a wish. And that is what we originally came here for. Would it be possible to retrieve that? I'm more than happy to disclose why we need it, if it would help persuade you.
May proceed with your explanation.
Do you know of the Aloran nobleman and merchant named Aetoris Voladel?
Of course I know him. Done many deals and tradings with him before the war, not since.
I've had the displeasure of knowing him for quite a long time. He's not trustworthy, very corrupt, involved with one of the cults, and is a part of an elf supremacist bloodline purity group. However, his conduct is not quite in keeping with those ideals. I was his lover once upon a time, and after he managed to get rid of me, and I point to the scar on my beak, he took in another poor woman, and she is dead, but his child survived. A child of mixed blood, and who is very kind. I
You
need
could
the
also
record of
mention-
her birth in order to bring him down in Allure and at least try and remove some of his power, so he will no longer be able to hurt or abuse anyone in the future.
Wasn't she also a Connaughton diplomat? Which probably would help the queen.
I offer pretty much any and
Yeah.
all context of the name of the woman, but I'm holding on to the name of the child.
Yeah.
It's until she accepts.
Yeah. I just figured saying she was a diplomat will help.
Oh
Don't
yeah,
care
no,
about that.
certainly. Like, all of this is important, and it's old history as well, so.
Make a persuasion check.
Yes!
With your
Nice.
explanation and all the details that you're able to bring to this,
Beautiful.
she ponders for a moment and says, "It is permitted. You will be given this allowance before you are escorted from Valor Crest."
Thank you so much, and I bow very deeply. It's do not trust him. He lies very prettily, but he lies more often than he breathes.
So do we.
I don't know. I'm just oblivious.
The doors open to the throne room. His Majesty, Lord Odrin Sheed! And everything kind of stops as they all look towards the entrance. And another noble with their own court of knights, seemingly
This
worn
poor
from
man.
battle, enter the room. And the one in front has like a long beard and sort of a top-knot hairdo, and a long flowing red cape, insignia of the crown's sigil on their breast. Is this true? Is this true that my husband is dead? And he approaches. Lord Odrin, have been recalled from the front line with this information. The king, your husband Grim She, was found to be a traitor. This is preposterous! I can't believe that this would happen! Please, Odrin, you have to calm down. That was not your husband. Your husband is somewhere else. We are working very hard to find out where. But, what are you talking about? He sent you off to war so that you wouldn't notice. Did you? He was acting strange, I suppose. And you're sure? We have reason to believe that he was a clone, brought about by necromancy. His body was just a vessel. His soul is still present on this world, but his location is blocked. We are sending every power that we have to find them. But in the meantime, you must stay here at Valorcrest. This kingdom needs you, Odrin. I need you. And right now, we actually technically need you to enter the archives for these fine folks. Who the fuck are these people?
Hello, Zulasu Serpent Helm Adventurer.
My name is Boom Crash. I'm so sorry about your husband.
And this tiefling is the one who assassinated our ambassador, Ambassador Laquatus.
I am banished.
What's your name? I am
That's my name
banished.
We have dealt with things in your absence, per the laws of the land.
God, I hope they were fucking too.
Fine.
Oh my god.
Oh, this
Ellie.
is turning out passive aggressive. This is not good.
Fine. I'll head to the archives. At least it can get something done. What news of the front? As if you'd care about anything that's going on out there. We lost a lot of men. But we have taken ground in New Dawn. Red Al-Zihad has fallen, as well as the fortress at Hrem al-Miyan. New Dawn is surrounded on two sides, although the Alorans are gaining a lot of headway in that area. Soon come down to the city itself.
They make a grimace.
I suppose this should be for just our ears. Send one of my people. They'll do the password thing. I can't stand this. And he storms out of the throne room.
Did we get our stuff back or not
You
yet?
did get your stuff. Well, you will get your stuff back.
Okay, so I don't have the list of names.
Sure. We're given back the list of names. They made a copy for their own records.
That's fine.
The book they kept technically belongs to to themselves. They brought that to the archives.
The history of the
Yes.
Morgan win?
Hmm.
Okay, that's fair.
and you guys are eventually brought back to the archives and allowed to peruse the thing, supervised by the queen. She knows how dangerous you all are, so she's personally overseeing the matter. I'll have you guys make a group investigation check as you search through the archives for any sign of Morris Thane.
Okay. So that means everybody makes their own individual then?
Yep, and then we see as a group.
Damn,
The
I'm
investigator
really
has once again gotten lower than the rest of their companions.
I'm gonna just... Fine. You know what? I have another investigation I want to do, so I'll hold off for now.
Okay.
Bone
Eventually,
crashing's pretty good.
yeah, eventually you guys are able to weed through everything and find what appears to be a scroll that describes the heritage that you're looking for. It's the Morristhane family tree. And as you look through the books, you note that there is a heraldic scroll. The queen directs you to the heraldry archive, and after a few minutes of searching, you find the scroll identifying Gwyn Morristhane as, well, essentially a noble of the Crown's family line. Although they were related to King Prim Shi, although that was one generation above them. And the daughter, as you see from the scroll, is named Lynessa Morristhane. That's not the name of Teresa, but that was the name that you were given. But beneath the name and the heraldry symbols are a set of appear to be tiny round thumbprints in dried blood. She
Perfect.
explains that she was a child at the time. They would have sealed this record in her blood so that the Fae can't mess with it. And
Wonderful.
if this matches the fingerprints of this Teresa, it'll prove that she is in fact who she says she is, and technically royalty on the side of the Crown's faction. And technically we're Odrin to die, next in line for the crown.
Okay. Holy crud. Holy
Wait,
crumbs.
Wait, so she's... Since Odrin died, she's next in line?
If Odrin dies. Odrin was Krim's husband.
Oh, okay.
Consort, or whatever you want to call them. They're called Lord Odrin, but at this point, they are kind
King.
of the regent, I suppose?
Yeah, acting regent.
Yeah, the king is supposedly still alive until proven dead, but until that time is proven, they're serving as the king on the
So
crown side.
the queen's not with us currently, right?
The queen
but-
is currently with you.
She's supervising us.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah,
supervising
no,
you
she's here.
I
guys.
kind of want to talk with her about this sort of shenanigans.
She's willing to listen.
Um...
And
Your
she's been
Majest-
surprisingly patient. I'm kind of suspicious of her.
Your Majesty, what is this war to you? It would be better for everyone if it ended, right?
This war is important in terms of what Connacht needs. We're attacked and we needed to retaliate politically in kind. Unfortunately, that meant war. War does mean profits, and it is unfortunate that many people are dying in the process. But yes, it needs to end at some point. But I fully understand its necessary needs.
I'm just trying to get together the sort of plan I'm thinking through. So I wanna do a boom crash meeting real quick.
In your brain?
Yes, darling?
If Tessa's now royalty blood, or is it Tessa?
Teresa.
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 Yeah, it's
Teresa,
like
if Ter-
Teresa, but fast.
If Teresa is royalty blood, does that mean she'd have any sway over ending the war, possibly?
Should we kill Odrin?
I
He's
don't
kind of
know,
a jerk.
No, I thought you were gonna
No,
offer to kill some
abs-
Lauren.
Not
No.
kill Odrin, but
Zuzu?
Sorry,
No.
that was somebody's id interjecting.
it was
Yes.
more so getting her to maybe basically use a little of her newfound political sway to help motivate an end to the war.
She doesn't have any sway. She is not necessarily a legitimate, recognized child. And Connacht, they are not the aggressors. So the best chance that we have in order to end this conflict is to delegitimize the aggressors, cough cough Elore, cough cough,
Well,
and the powers that organized and orchestrated this in the first
it's a little
place.
bit of a two-way thing, though. I am gonna say that with knowing this, we could make a move on Allure to have motivation to end the war, but Connacht would also need to be willing to accept that ending.
She can be a bridge, but the best thing that we can possibly do is not piss off the queen any more than we already have. And for Odrin, we need to find, ideally, the other king and get his husband back. And if that doesn't work, very kindly and gently encourage Teresa to get in touch with her extended family members.
I mean, my idea was that basically we explained the situation to the queen, which she kind of already is on the up about.
She already
Possibly,
knows everything. We
Yeah.
had to.
about knowing the connecting this Teresa. We could basically say that we'll go to Allure to try and end the ties there, and then see if they could end the ties here when it comes to the escalation of the war. The
No,
only
she's
issue
already
was-
said that she's willing to end the conflict if necessary. They've just retaliated and been defensive at this point.
Yeah. Well, the only issue I'll at this point I can just ask the queen. So, Your Majesty, if Aelori was able to withdraw its forces, that still leaves New Dawn. And given the whole situation, if Aelori was out of the picture, the swing of power would kind of shift. Would you be able to then de-escalate the war between you guys and New Dawn then? If Aelori backs out.
New Dawn is being supported by Elore. That doesn't discount the fact that it was New Dawn's actions against us. Although there's significant reason to believe that that was orchestrated by a third party. This Jaguar that I've been told about, we will look into. But for now, the Jaguar could just have as easily been anyone in New Dawn. I don't know this person was that hired you. I just know who you think that person was that hired you.
Yes. Because we
And
prefer the end of the war as well. And
is the Jaguar... Boom Crash is sort of musing out loud. Is the Jaguar who... Zuzu, who cast that insta-kill spell on you?
yep, we fought them before.
No, it's she killed you and then pieced out with Edgrenor, who's now
Yes.
dead.
Right.
Anyway, it's Queen. We will leave you in peace, and thank you so much for all of your aid.
I want to know if you have any leads on the king, because we'd be happy to try and find the actual king.
We do not. We're still investigating this cult.
We'll find him on our own. And we'll send message if we find anything that could be potentially helpful.
You can return the king to us. I'm sure that we can do something about that banishment.
Okay, wonderful. Thank
I
you so much. my
Cannot known or mission you anyway.
Well,
That's
we get
understandable.
around. We'll try and find it. Okay, guys, let's go.
I-
We've outstayed our welcome. Let's keep on going.
Do you need a
Yes.
copy of this?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, please.
Sir Xerox!
That news copyright.
I
technically.
wanted to, since we're in an archive of another place anyway, see if I could because they already probably corroborated some of the names on the list. I wanted to see if we could corroborate any names that aren't necessarily connected directly to Connacht, but possibly, of any other places that they know of. If there's anybody in New Dawn.
That would take
something.
A long
a lot
time.
of time. We have all that we need from your list that you had given to us. Connacht will be
Alright.
safe without you.
Fair enough.
Zumasu, we need to get the fuck out. She doesn't want us to stay here. It's time to leave.
All right.
All right, you guys. A knight comes by and gives you a carbon copy of the scroll in question, using a special familial spell that they know. My lady. And she nods and hands the copy to you all. Thank you, Sir Xerox. That will be all.
I hope it's warm and toasty.
Per the spell, yes. You guys receive your scroll, and you are escorted out of the archive, which seals behind you. And the Queen bids you adieu. Thanks you again for your help, but wishes that things had started out different, so that they could end up in a nicer place than they are left. If you find the king, she is grateful, but she has no way of condoning adventurers that killed their ambassador and telling them to go find the king. So she bids you adieu.
I got the message. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to get out.
I mean, she's a good ruler. She's not willing to take shady deals.
Alright. Guys, leave Valorcrest, and I suppose are done here in Connacht.
We're picking up Teresa and Auntie, and we're gonna say bye to Odie, and then we're
Also saying bye to
We're out.
the girl.
gonna say bye to Shiok and his daughter, and then get the fuck out.
Yeah, pretty much. We have to go back to our keep and start moving it.
You guys
Let's
have
move.
a reunion with Caitlin and Shiok. You explain the situation to them. Caitlin seems to be doing fine. 4 days after her resurrection, the sickness has worn off, and she seems fine. Her arms are bright and new, and she has all the energy that she would have had in life, although she's a bit quiet and traumatized now. Shiok explains that you guys are the ones that saved her, and she politely gives you guys the thanks that she gave you. She doesn't really know what to do or what to say to her heroes, but she does tell you that you are her heroes.
Can I try and hype us up a little bit, telling her stories?
No, I'm just gonna push in front of
Thank
you.
you
I'm
for
gonna walk.
saying it like that.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to just be friendly to there, and then I'm trying to do this for Mao because I'm gonna be and Mao did all this brave stuff and things.
So it's fine. I'm just gonna. I pull out a
Sir,
figurine from a pocket.
you run a wine industry. Are you trying to sell wine to a minor, sir?
No.
I pull the figurine out of my pocket and I kind of just kneel down in front, so I'm at eye level if she's sitting or standing, whatever. And I just offer a tiny little figurine of a bird. And I say, you can have this, and if you ever need any help again, you can let it go into the air and call for help. Anybody within however so many feet, blah, 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 they can hear you. They'll try and find you.
Gave her the figurine of tweeting, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay, you gave her the gift of social media. It's a
No,
gift
that's the
and a
Zoomers.
curse.
It's child alarm.
It's Amber Alert,
Yeah.
and it's also just a way for
actually
this kid
silver.
to have fun. Ugh, fuck off. That's
So,
for old people.
Prestidigitation, it's now colored amber. We
Yes.
gave her an amber alert.
Yes!
there you go.
I love this. There you go.
She greatly accepts this gift, and she's more than happy to hear any stories that you guys have. But you only
Nope.
have time to tell a few stories before it's probably best time to go. Teresa hasn't heard from you guys in a while, as you soon discover.
We also don't need to traumatize the child anymore. It's just be safe, be well, live. Just live and have fun.
Yeah. It seems that your message didn't get to Teresa. They probably interpreted that as some sort of code that they didn't want to get out.
Oh my god. Okay, fine. So gonna
Our
send a
picnic
message.
has been delayed. That's not something that we should let out. That sounds like something that's a code. It went past the
Yeah.
queen first, so she made an
That's-
insight check against you.
I completely figured it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to Auntie's house and Teresa's house and be like, "Hey, we were in prison. We got out. It's all good, but we need to go."
Well, we were let out. It's very different. Like getting out and being let out. Very different.
Mouse
We were
technically
released.
vanished.
Oh yeah.
And we have your paperwork.
Yeah, you arrive at Aunt Abba's house, and you guys exchange hugs and whatnot, explaining your situation. I was so worried about you. I didn't think that you were coming back, to be honest. Wow, the king, a traitor? Really? You had said it, but I guess it's confirmed.
Well, the actual king isn't necessarily a traitor, but the, fake one's a fake.
Still, stunning. I'm a little skeptical about this whole business of, my friend Teresa being a, what was it? Princess, you said?
Yeah, pretty much.
Kinda, I don't know how your hierarchy works, but you got royal blood.
Do you want to see the paperwork? We have it from the archives.
Oh yeah, we
Give
should
me
probably
that.
confirm this. Teresa?
No, it goes to Teresa's first because it's hers.
True.
Moirin had snatched it out of your hands, but she gives it to Teresa. Fine. She looks at it and sees the markings. I think those are mine. This name, that's your real name, Teresa. You're Lanessa Morristhane. The Fae, they changed everything, but they couldn't change this scroll. It's marked by the iron in your blood.
Nice.
That's why they do the blood print.
That's cool.
And I'm... And Abba, kind of smiles and nods. And, has her hands over Teresa's hands. Says, dear, your father was a shite one, but you are a princess. By all technical meanings of the word. Don't go getting brash thoughts. You're not in charge or anything.
Yeah, Anava.
I don't know if I
Okay.
want to be, but it feels like a little folk story, doesn't it?
A little bit. And some other potentially good news is that it means that you have other living family. It's not just a Taurus. It's not just your biological father. There's also the crowns.
Guess this means that they're my brother-in-law?
Yeah.
Sure.
He's
We do
old.
need to leave, but if you want to get in touch, we'll be more than happy to start sending messages if that's something you want.
I wasn't joking. I do want to come with you. Even with this information, I still think I'm safer with you all than I would be here. Honestly, with this situation now, I'm almost more nervous about staying.
Well, if we're gonna go with clarity, I've also been banished because I kind of started a war, but, so if you feel safe with us, at least I can protect you. I get real smug.
I've done banishment before too, dearie. It's understandable.
Yeah, well, you're old.
Mao.
Alright.
Yes, that's fine. We probably have to head back to Galestone anyway, considering all the other stuff that's happened. So you're welcome to chill out there until we can kind of have a better game plan of how maybe we bring to light some of these revelations to your father, possibly, depending. It might not be necessary, but it's good to know.
Might just be safer just to keep you nearby, so if he finds out where you are, he knows that at least you're protected by us.
Well then I'll go with you. and go to this Galestone and do whatever I can to help and make myself useful there. I know I'm a princess, but I don't want to be waited on. And
That's-
you can still call me Teresa. I was called that my whole life.
That's fine. We have druids there too. He's an eccentric bunch that kind of reminds me of the other druid you got here.
Solifus?
What,
Yeah,
what was-
Solifus
Yeah.
and our lovely, wonderful cat,
Yeah.
Grumpus.
what's his name again?
Pot of
Pot of
Pot of
bees.
Pot
bees.
of bees.
He is for sure a brain that is a pot of bees.
He can
That's
make some
the most
pretty good
ominous
treants, though.
That's the most ominous sounding character ever. If you think about a pot of bees.
Old
Mm.
devils, pot of bees. Aunt Abba hugs Teresa. Stay here, doll. I thought you were gonna... I got to work the farm here. And honestly, I want to see if anybody stops by looking for you. And shoo them away in the wrong direction.
Clever.
You'll survive on your own, dear. You've got your new friends. And you're a powerful druid yourself. My studies at the academy... Sounds like there's a druid there that can teach you everything that they could teach you here. You guys
More or less.
More or
It's
less.
like, maybe.
More or less.
We hope? Question mark?
You can come back and visit anytime, Teresa, dear. Anytime that you wish. Moirin? I don't want to see you go, Teresa. But I know that you gotta follow your heart. I can't leave here, though. I have to finish my studies. And I have this... well, my folks to look after, too. But I'll miss you. And she buries herself in Teresa's, dress.
If you guys are ever,
This-
once the war fades over, you guys are always welcome to visit.
And this is not goodbye. This is a see you again in another time.
It's
You
okay,
don't-
Moirin.
We'll keep in touch. We'll make sure of it.
How much is it for a sending scroll if I leave them money to grab some sending scrolls if I need to at some point?
I'll be sure to send them whatever's needed. I have her address.
Okay.
Moirin, I will talk to you as often as I can. I'll find some wizard there and bully them into giving me a sending every day if I have to. Same with you,
He's
Aunt
easy
Abba.
to bully. Trust me, he's
there's-
very easy to bully.
And there's interns.
Well, guess this is goodbye. Had some
now.
things packed for a bit, but I still need to gather some things. I'll meet you at the entrance at, I suppose 2 hours?
Yep. Sounds good.
Perfect.
Sure.
We got one more stop we gotta make. At
Where
some
is
farm.
Odie's farm? It's like further outside of the.
Yeah,
Yep,
maybe
it's
we
where
Yeah,
you
it's-
parked it.
Yes. Yeah, we parked where Odie is.
So maybe we take Teresa with us to go visit Odie then.
Sure. You help her pack then, and she's ready to go with you guys. And
I think I probably would have scooted out early to get to the tower just because they want me out. So I'm gonna make myself vanish.
Sure. You guys head out to the city outskirts, leaving Connacht behind you. Teresa stepping out. It's the furthest I've ever stepped from home. I guess not technically, but it feels like it. Oh well.
It's a step into a new life and some changes, but we'll figure it out together.
Just make sure you don't go in the door in the bottom, the far right, and no, the one that's in front. Stay away from that one. Just for a little bit. It's gonna smell real bad.
Yeah, you guys look up at your tower that's looming straight above you guys.
I will disclose to Teresa the details. We have somebody we need to kind of revive that's a little zombified right now, so it might take a little while.
Yeah. It's actually one of the reasons
Alright.
why we came to Connacht. So, yeah, you know, it's a part of the career, the dangers of the adventure. But usually
Sure.
come back.
Sure. Uh, maybe a princess now, but I suppose I'm still a little squeamish. But you know what? This is
Just
part of
don't
being
open
an
the door.
adventurer.
Yeah, don't open the door. You won't smell it. It's fine.
Right, you guys are
Towels
able
in
to magic carpet her up to your floating tower.
We want to say goodbye to Odie.
Odie's here too.
Odie's on the tower. Is he in his farm?
He's at his farm.
Odie, we got a prison. How you doing, bud?
You guys are in prison? What did you folks do?
I mean,
Get out of here, you criminals!
You were there.
yeah, you were at the whole proceedings.
I didn't see nothing. You can't I ain't no snitch.
That's good. Anyway, we figured you helped us out a lot back there. We figured, we'd say our goodbyes or let you know where Galestone is if you ever want to visit.
It was well, don't cause no trouble no more. I think. Wow, I didn't have my character sheet open. I'm gonna give you guys something.
I thought we were gonna give you money.
Yeah, we probably.
Oh
did
no.
give us-
Well, you will give me money. I will give you something.
Oh no. I also want to do a perception check. Are there kids and wives around, or is it just pigs? I need to know.
Oh my god.
The lady stays in the kitchen.
Odie! Odie, who are you talking to out there, hon?
No idea. I already kind of forgot who they are, but I think I talked to them before.
By the way, Odie, do you ever pick up those cigarettes?
I don't smoke. Why would I pick up cigarettes?
Right.
I don't it's man, you folks are weird. Now take on these shinies and be on your way. I'm gonna give you half of my diamonds.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm gonna give you 37 300 GP worth of diamonds,
I can revivify.
and the also I'm gonna give you a Fey truffle that's blue with green spots.
Nope.
I'm gonna still keep it, but I will not eat it.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank God.
Also has learned a few lessons.
Yeah, never.
I might
trust the
poison
faggot.
somebody. Tell him how to poison somebody.
Oh yeah, and then I'm going to shoot a pig, and all right, there's one for you on the road. Be on your way.
Oh wait, we
Oh
never
my
paid
God.
you for your help.
Gave us a pig.
Yeah.
It's a dead pig.
Boom Crash, how much did we get from the temple? Because we could probably afford to get rid of some of that stash, so Odie's farm would be fine.
What do you mean? What do we got from the temple? You mean the cult that we raided?
Yeah.
I don't remember specifics, but we have.
There's like
I mean-
450,000 GP or something crazy like that.
There was something crazy. I didn't note it down personally.
Just all you need to is just give me 3 GP for the pig. This will actually give me 6 GP. I need to make some profits.
Let's
Wow.
at least give him 5,000 GP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Let's give him
5,000
5K.
GP is at least good for in-universe amount.
Don't give him platinum. He's probably gonna think it's silver.
Yes, okay,
That is
Odie,
true.
This is just a small token of our appreciation of 5,000 GP, not platinum, not copper, GP. Okay, you got it?
It's man, this is heavy. This is heavier than a pig.
Yes, you can use it to buy more pigs or feed or build more fences. And I kind of look around. You still haven't fixed that fence that zombie took down?
It's man, it's repairs cost money.
Well, you have some. So next time
Right.
we visit, we want to see your farm up and running, nice and shiny. Okay?
That is amazing. I do have money now.
Right. Take care of yourself, Odie.
And give Cersei a little pat in the butt. It's like, thank you, Cersei. We like you too. Cersei's cool.
I am putting a pig in my inventory. I'm
Alright.
going to salt this thing so I have it for ages.
But we have a kitchen. We could just cook the pig.
Oh yeah.
Yes, but I want to store the pig.
Remember, if you happen to lose one of y'all, just remember, there's always strangers with inexplicable high level that's willing to help you out there. So just don't be afraid to ask.
That was oddly
Okay,
specific.
noted.
All right.
Sounds like a threat, but I can't quite tell
Also,
with those.
I'm also just gonna say, because I physically cannot carry it because my bag of holding is at capacity because of that fucking mural tapestry.
Mm.
Someone else has that money in their inventory. It is not
sure.
me.
It'd
How
probably
much
be in the
gold it
bag
was?
of or the
The
pocket.
whole.
Yes.
Yeah, it'd be in the hole.
I mean, my bag of holding is a little bit emptier than it needs to be. How much was it? I could at least take a chunk of it.
It was like 450,000.
Let me see if I can fit 200,000.
You guys leave counting for Dosh and Doe, and wave your last goodbyes to Odie in hopes that you can return to Allure and resurrect your lost friend Amon, who has missed out on so much XP. But, yeah, Odie, you wave goodbye to your new fleeting friends after your journey into the Feywild, into the depths of the ruins of Morvenwend, and finally got your complaints heard up at the castle. Who was that,
Yeah.
hon? Your wives come out and start, like, doting on you.
Aw.
Oh, you know, just some of my new friends. I'm sure they'll be back someday. Well, tell them that they're invited over for dinner. Yeah, we can all pitch in, hun. We can slaughter Cersei if she's big enough by then.
Oh, she ain't big enough yet.
Cersei wipes the sweat from her brow. And then they just start tickling and teasing you, and then the camera pans out. And
Oh no, it needs to end with the classical Scooby Doo everyone laughs ending.
I hate it. I hate it. I love it, but I hate it.
And
Actually, yeah, it'll have to fit in. Sorry. continue.
it'll have to fit in. You
The
guys.
pocket. I'll write it down.
You guys fly up to the Thunderhound's tower, the floating tower that you guys got bequeathed, and fly off to the world. Been a while
All right,
since you've been here.
I can delete this character now.
Aw. You don't have like a folder you
Well,
just put
I
them
say
in?
keep a hold of it in case we
Yeah.
ever visit Canuck for a
It's-
random reason.
Is it Avengers Assemble? And it just
Exactly.
it's just nothing but pigs coming out of the portal.
Oh my god.
Bum, 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 bum. A wife
okay.
comes out. A wife
By the
comes out.
way-
A pig comes out.
Take out 15,000 gold because I can fit that in the bag of holding, and I kind of need some gold in my bag of holding because I was running a little low.
The spirit of Amon is following you guys
400.
around now.
Okay, that's a lot of gold. So there's 435,000 gold pieces
Yes.
in the pocket.
So it's as long as we start this thing in a direction, it'll keep going. Is how this works.
Yeah, I'll just use the party token as it stands for the Thunderhound's tower. And yeah, you guys just start heading off at basically walking speed, but over air. So it's kind of like you're on a horse, I guess. So you can travel like 2 hexes a day. So let's
If we just stay on this thing.
yeah. So I'm gonna see. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I mean,
11.
my thing was if it automatically travels as long as we set a trajectory, we might just want to set a trajectory for one day and then
Yeah.
teleport to our places. Because I think Smolder's
Oh.
probably done with my armor for one. We gotta check in with Allure first to get Amon revived, see if we can pull that off.
What was the last number I just ended on?
12?
12? Okay. So it'll take you
I
12 days to get there. Sim also started talking and I started forgetting. So it'll take you 12 days to get there. Boomcrash does need to operate the thing while it's traveling, or at least somebody that has capability of spellcasting.
I'll handle it. I'll de-equip my ion stone and equip the castle.
Equip
So
the
that's-
castle.
Equip the castle.
I mean,
Alright.
I could do it sometimes too.
So, en route
If you
to
want.
Galestone, you do have some time, and Boomcrash does have, extra spell slots to be able to send you off to places. Zumasu, you can head off to Famladan, and Smolder is done with your armor, with your barding at this point, and Dustflicker acquires it. They now have, I believe it was plate armor?
Yep.
So they now have 18 AC.
Nice.
Wow.
By the way, for like simplicity's sake, does it just come in and unsummon with Dust Flicker now?
I will say yeah.
You put it on once, and it never comes off.
Well, it means I also can't collect it if Dust Flicker permanently for some. Anyway,
Yeah.
can I enchant the armor while I'm in Family Dan with the magic resistance stuff, the elemental resistance stuff?
Damn, how much was that?
I have to look it up too.
I can find. I have for technology that.
Because it is
You need
probably worth
books?
making it so it doesn't die to lightning bolt and fireball. I would rather that not be the case.
Damn. Okay, there it is. Okay. To get resistance to all 4 of those elements, it's 30,000 gold pieces.
What about just 2 would be 15,000?
Just 2 would be, yeah, it would be 15,000.
I'll do lightning and fire because those are the most common AoE type things.
Okay.
So Dust Flicker has lightning and fire resistance now.
Go to Blight Springs Enchantments and they're able to do this enchantment for you.
And there goes the money I took out of the hole.
Yeah, well spent.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good. Anybody else doing anything? You have a few teleportation circles that you can go to, although the one in Morvenwend has been destroyed.
Which is a loss, but understandable.
If-
I also am going to send a sending spell to the headmaster of the Arcane College in Allure, letting him know that this is Boom Crash, a mutual friend of ours has passed, but druids and their reincarnation spells, someone has the address and might be very confused in the future. Let me know if you hear from anyone like that.
Oh, I was also gonna ask, do we know where Thrazir is with his magical gems? Because we need to restock on that shit.
God, who knows where Thrazir is at any given moment.
Could message him and make him come to us.
Yeah, I kind of... Can we give Thrazir a message? Bingo? See where
Hey,
he is?
next time you level up the key, maybe you should hire Thrazir to.
I mean, I'd be fine with that.
Thrazir would probably not be willing to get hired to do something, but he might be willing to stick around if you had a reputable keep.
Fair enough.
Doesn't want to work for us, but the business partner is good.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. Boomcrash sends their message to the headmaster Forsyth, which you may or may not remember the name of because I barely did. You've only met him like once. And
He has a rainbow something or other, and now I have a rainbow something or other, and
so it's
so I'm
kind of
feeling pretty
like,
smug.
yeah, it's kind of like, you know,
We're best friends.
We're
We're like
besties,
best
we're
friends.
matching.
You send the message to Professor Headmaster Forsyth, and they respond, "Someone did come looking for you. I have not met them before, but they claim to have memories of our mutual friend."
I'll come and I'm on my way back home. I'll check in. If they're willing to travel, Galestone outside of the city would be an ideal meeting point. Let me know.
Moments pass, and you get a response. "I will tell them to head to Galestone." And that's it.
Yes.
Ask if the person is a gnome.
I'm
Gonna be surprised once we
No,
get
you
there.
you just
I'm
want to be
just-
pleasantly
Just call
surprised.
back,
don't
"Hey,
wanna be-
surprise me."
surprise me.
That was like at the beginning of our travels because it's gonna take us 12 days to get the castle to Galestone, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
this would, but I mean, I'd say we probably spend like just maybe a day or day two doing errands, and then
Yeah.
literally
No, but like
teleport to
they would
Allure.
have time to walk down to Galestone, basically.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Absolutely. It's only a 2-day trip by horse, so
The second thing I was gonna say is we have to probably contact the Church of Hieronius to get the priest to be able to heal him on. So should we sending spell that?
Yeah, we have a necromancer. Maybe he can heal.
If Edgarnor is around,
Yeah.
maybe we can do it that way. Otherwise,
in 12
Let's-
days,
let's
the Rod of
pause.
Resurrection will be back.
Exactly.
Okay, that's fair.
let's pause on that.
Hell yeah! All right.
All right.
So yeah, we just take our time. You know, we can relax. We can eat the pig instead of assaulting it.
I mean, I don't. Okay, fine. We can eat it. Some of it's salted because I'm taking this jerky for a while.
If anything, salt him on so he smells less.
I open the door to see how Amon's doing. Amon, it's okay, buddy. We'll get you back. I throw some salt in his face. And close the door.
You're pickling him.
Curing.
Yes.
Curing.
That's vinegar. We don't know if Mao's little eternity mystery flask has produced vinegar yet.
Yeah, no, you're curing him.
Yeah.
He's
Ha!
mummified
You're burying
for
him
now.
in salt.
We're curing him, and
I want to be a jerk, not a jerky.
You guys spend some time in Thunderhound's Tower. Don't know if you still want to call it that, by the way, but you spruce up the place, making sure that Amon is kept in his own little chamber in the room, organizing your treasures, counting out the valuables that you've accrued, and as well as recounting the events that have transpired in your adventures in Connacht, as well as the certain revelations that have come to light. But thankfully, the tension has been destroyed after a bit of camaraderie kind of moments, and you're basically just like in a college dorm and forced to stay in this tower as it's like flying along.
Actually, I was making a little point. Since we have a teleportation circle here, it's kind of nice to have a fast travel point in some places. This was my clarification. If somebody isn't piloting the tower cannot move, right? So it can't
Yes.
be you autopilot it. All right. So my second question is, did we want to actually fly this all the way back to the keep, or did we want to have it like as a halfway point for, faster travel or anything?
Well, to be fair, also, Galestone doesn't have a teleportation circle. Allure does. So you can circumvent Allure.
My understanding of what our current plans with the tower, which does not have to be permanent, is because it would take a year of continuous casting in order to create a teleportation circle for Galestone, that we were just going to use the tower as a appended resource to Galestone, use that teleportation circle and those additional defenses and like magical fortifications, because remember the tower also has a lightning attack.
That's fair. Okay, I just wanted to
So
clarify
that was
then.
my understanding until we had a better option or a reason to move it, because we certainly can move it in the future.
Yes. That's fine then. So then I guess the second question is, are we going to just teleport as soon as the rods recharge to Galestone, or are we going to wait the 12 days to get the tower there? 'Cause the
How
rod
long
did-
would it take to get the tower to Galestone? Because we're still...
I think that was 12 days.
Yeah, it's 12 days.
Yeah.
And you were in Connacht prison for 5 days,
5.
so it's been 17 days. No, wait, 15 days. Wait, what did I say?
12.
It's
plus
17
5.
days.
17.
12 plus
yeah.
5.
So
Yeah, that's-
2 weeks
wait.
and 3 days.
Yeah, I'm just doing an awkward timeline thing. Are we going to be in the tower for the full duration, or because the rod only took how long to recharge? A week?
It only takes 5 days.
Yeah, so the rod is technically charged. So I'm saying we could just teleport to Galestone, knowing that in a few days, knowing after we give enough time for Egg.
We can't teleport to Galestone. Galestone doesn't have a teleport.
You
We are
teleport
currently...
to Allure in the Arcane
Allure.
College.
Okay, so I guess we're just gonna stay in the tower.
I would
then.
say, yeah, we could stay in the tower. You know, we've been pushing and running around and killing zombies, and then we slept on a prison floor and had to shit in a bucket for 5 days. I think we could use some bed rest for a little bit. I mean, the weird, awkward sounds of Amon in his room we just ignore that.
I guess that's fair.
Play some
Yes,
card
yeah.
games. We can catalog all of our gems, maybe put it someplace. Who knows? But like, you were complaining before how we weren't resting. We're constantly moving. You can rest now.
I guess that's fair. It's just a little weird now.
Mon's just like, I wish I could rest.
Hmm.
I am a restless dead.
I guess we just make
Put me in a hamster wheel.
Oh yeah, Teresa's here too.
We can.
That's right. You guys kind of get to know Teresa a bit better as far as like who she is besides, just some rando.
Is she good at cards? That's the most important thing.
She has a bit of supernatural luck on her side, it seems.
Like
She's
a Mary
won
Sue.
a lot. She's
How
won
do
a
you
lot.
draw the card you exactly need at the last? I don't think it's cheating.
Okay,
Damn, Teresa.
we're gonna pull a Yakuza, put her to a mahjong parlor. We're gonna win big.
I don't know. I mean, ever since I found this, like, strange golden pyramid, pulls out a necklace that she has.
Shit, you bastard.
Oh no.
It was never the heart of the cards. It was literally God cheating.
A divine sense on that bullshit.
She pulls out Yami Teresa.
Oh no.
Well, it turns out I put these two cards in the zone. I am pendulum summon.
No.
I guess we're just chilling for 12 days. I realize I probably should do one thing because it's going to be a decent amount of time. I just want to check on Maria, see if she responds.
Sure. Dear. She been up to?
It has been a while. In game it hasn't been, well, in game it's finally been a while, but session wise it has been a while. Because when we went to Connacht, I don't think I communicated, but I think before we left I did.
Yeah, she was in the Battle of Kired al-Rajah, I believe.
So she took over. She defended the New Dawn area and now has that weird alliance between thing, right? Where New Dawn and Elore kind of have dual territory over there.
She's in the occupying force that's in Kired al-Rajah. She's no longer in Urzark.
Okay, that's not great, but I
It's
guess
not
I'm just
great.
Yeah, I'll just ask her if she's okay. If she knows any intentions for any more escalation, and letting her know that fuck, what do I even let her know without getting a word or two involved? That I guess that we're doing all right, and I guess I'll just let her know that the keep in Galestone was attacked, but we defended it, and also discovered a cult that was making moves on the world type thing. So not divulging everything, but letting her know that at least world point that that the Jaguars forces might have been behind a lot of stuff.
Hey, you let her know that, and I'm just drawing a little thing here, updating the map since stuff has happened.
So yeah, maybe also just let her be wary if they ever run into undead forces. It might be another third party trying to do bullshit.
Yeah, from your reports of Connacht, this is the way that the map now looks. Connacht has pushed a bit into Nude. Hey. So, you send this message to Maria, and she responds within the same day or so. Hear that the place is being... the place is basically being kept as, like, it's not great. It's an occupying force. The Nidonians are being treated as prisoners in their own town. She doesn't quite agree with what the Alorans have been doing. She's trying to work to preserve relations between them and who are effectively their prisoners. She says that Shard of Jade has been echoing her concerns and trying to get them up the line to the Hazel branch. Actually, you aren't part of the Hazel branch, the Acanthus branch.
Yes.
I realized I misspoke that earlier. The Hazel Branch is the Eldritch Knights and the Wizards military, which Shard of Jade is part of, the Tabaxi, boyfriend of Maria. So he's been voicing his concerns up the line to try and get better conditions for these people, but it's turning out to be a bit more like training for these people. It sounds like they're going to do some more movements soon, but she says she probably shouldn't say anything due to the sensitive nature and the fact that, well, you're technically still alive now. News has reached her, and well, you're a fugitive.
Yeah.
She's kind of hiding the this knowledge from the rest of her people, and she hopes that she wishes you well back at Galestone, should you ever return there. Yeah, I might have a better thing to say next time.
Oh, no, that's fine. I was just trying to think of anything else that would be important to relay to them. Yeah, I probably will spoil to some degree that Connacht has made progress a little bit to the north, I've heard, and that's all I'll say.
Okay.
It's just as a heads up to keep this all on the down low, because you don't want, things escalating too much, but that there is a possibility the forces of Allura and Connacht will reach ahead not too long, type thing.
Yeah.
The winds of change.
She does tell you that Elore has taken the Dunbrazic ruins to the north of there. She kind of says, well, if you're sharing information with me, might as well. But yeah.
Shit, Port Udon's turning into a freaking battle zone. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotta stop this war sooner.
Yeah, Elore, the ruins were abandoned long ago, so it wasn't hard for Elore to take them. But they've built up a fortification there, using their magic to repair most of the walls that were once destroyed.
Basically an outpost to easily access the next battleground type scenario.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, okay. This isn't good.
You guys chat and exchange a few words about how your efforts in Connacht were over the next few days, but you're careful to omit anything that might be too revealing or anything, in case somebody else might be watching.
I will laugh if she's a clone.
God damn it. Don't put those ideas.
The DM grins.
No!
We don't know what the grin means, but he does. Alright, you guys eventually arrive several days later in Galestone with the tower intact. You've essentially been able to start working on turning this into a part of your stronghold, so it would count as a wizard's tower in the castle part of this. So although I don't have it written here, I'll put that in the pending actions that you're building a tower essentially. And since you already have a tower, it's mostly just buying the materials for it, so it's going to be constructed in half the time and half the gold.
Yay.
But looks like these pending actions go into play, so the winery does improve, and the keep is now, minus 17 days? That's 4 days away from the keep being improved.
So they'd already laid down a foundation and brought a bunch of stuff to bring into it, type thing.
Yeah. So you technically have a level 2 stronghold now. Total level's
Nice.
3, but that improves stuff. Your abilities, Zumasu, you can now do that twice, because you have your stronghold levels. Your highest stronghold level is 2, so you can do your righteous smite twice before you need an extended rest.
Does this actually count as an extended rest since we are in what's going to be part of the keep?
It's a weird situation, but I'll say no. I'll say no, because you aren't in your keep. You're in your tower.
Annex keep.
If if you choose, you can go ahead of your group and try to maintain things at Galestone, and that would count as an extended rest there. But it would involve, like, just leaving Boomcrash and Mao and Teresa behind.
We won't get into trouble.
I mean, I don't know. I'd have to navigate. I could technically probably navigate Alori on my own to get to Galestone. That wouldn't be the worst thing.
Yeah.
You do have a mount.
I do have a
Girls
mount.
Week.
I also have disguise self at will.
Yeah, so you can just get teleported there and then get the frick out of there.
Yeah, pretty much. If you guys are fine with that, probably after like 2, because it only takes a week to get the rest in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably after the few days in Family Day and after talking with Teresa for a few days, I'll be like, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure all the renovations are started and prepared.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have Boomcrash teleport me in there, and I just go like, oh hey, I disguise myself as a student. Like, yep, just a student. Then as soon as I'm out of eye shot, I transform into just like a random citizen. Like, I'm just leaving.
Just a normal citizen.
Hello, citizen. Also, your units and stuff have technically been repaired by 17 divided by 7. Rounded down.
It's like 2.
2.42.
Yeah.
Okay,
443 if rounded up.
so it's been 2 full weeks. Your Darkbow company is back, your Grove Guardians are almost back, and your class of 13 is almost back.
We don't get the Yuan-Ti back until we do what?
You need to muster them again. So that takes like basically a week-long stronghold action to do that. And your keep is being repaired still. So that's gone up to 3 hit points out of its 10. When you do go ahead of time, Zimasu, you find that there is a new person that has arrived at the stronghold, a new follower. Pogrim introduces themselves. They are here on behalf of the High Lord Noble Coram Darkbow of Dungale. When they heard that their ancestral fortress of Galestone had been recovered, they wanted to strengthen relations with basically what they consider a dwarven community outside of Allore. And they're willing to send you any recruits or anything that you need. It's also kind of a bit of a workaround to the treaty that they have with Allore with not getting involved in the war. So, Pogrim is your dwarven ambassador. You can now muster dwarven units without needing any diplomacy of any kind. So,
Nice.
yeah, you can do that.
We'll bleed them dry.
I guess I probably
We're
would
getting
just
free support.
Make
We'll
a,
bleed them dry.
make a little asterisk for both his and the dwarf's sake. I'll be like, technically this community is its own sort of gathering of folks, and I kind of motion to all the different folks we have.
Sure,
just, so
sure.
that
We understand.
on paper we can invite who we need, but also so that nobody starts questioning Dungale's involvement necessarily.
We'll send you anything that you need, Lord Zumosu, Lord Serpenthelm of Galestone.
Thank you, and we do much appreciate the help, and I wink, that you've given us.
Winks are in short supply these days, so I'll heartily accept.
Is there anything we can do for you?
Nope, that's it. I'm just here to confer back to you and talk to my Lord Coram Darkbow. The name sounds familiar to you guys. Recall that that name was on one of the statues outside of the Dark Gate in Allore, and you saw it again in New Dawn. It's the name of one of the Veil Dancers that you guys had met a few of the above.
What are the Veil
Yeah.
Dancers?
They are a group that turned away a Tarask in the north and saved a fortress from a green dragon in the west, and also saved Allore from a disaster that created the Undercroft.
Oh, so they're the previous heroes. Okay,
Mhm.
that's fair.
Yep. They're the previous group of heroes that was composed of Solifus, Giffy, Flutterbottom, Coram Darkbow, someone named Clarimond, and
Cedric.
a Cedric, but that was a long time ago. Anyway,
Neat.
I think that's about all we have time for today. We'll get more
Huzzah.
into stuff that happens at Galestone when we go further into it. I've also progressed the subtle calendar that I've added to this area up here, so we actually do know what date it is.
Oh, now
love
you're
that.
keeping track of time.
Nerd.
Yeah, it took a lot of math to find the exact date using our month system. Anywho, if you guys think of anything that you guys want to do, like in this interim period, because you're probably going to do some downtime for a bit, definitely ponder it, and I'll give you options for what you can do with your stronghold in the downtime. Probably tomorrow, because it's pretty late tonight. But thank you,
It's only-
everybody.
It's only midnight. Come
only
on, suck it up.
Thank you all for watching. You can watch this stream, the Dorkvision stream, every Sunday from 9 p.m. to midnight, and our sister stream, the Rime of the Frost Maiden, on Wednesdays from 7 to 10. I have books on DriveThruRPG as well as more on the DM's Guild, and you can support me on Patreon/NobleCrumpet. With the wall of text out of the way, thank you all for watching, and if there's enough people, we'll stick around for the raid. I can stop the stream and then raid, right?
I mean, you could raid and then just mute everything. Makes it easier.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure how that worked, because I know you always say that. Alright, I'll go see if there's somebody to raid, but thank you in the meantime. See you all next time. Good night, everyone.
Peace.